What's up, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite wrestling podcast. It is the Monday Night Wave, baby. And we back. We back with another one. This week's episode, we're going over Raw, SmackDown, and Dynamite. I think this is like episode 87, 88? It might be 87. Not sure, but we're getting up to the hundreds, and we still haven't figured out what the hell we want to do for that.
87.
Jesus.
That's
not what the kids are doing.
That's
not what the kids are doing. I go by Jay, a.k.a. the lonely one, a.k.a. Pod Breaker, Podson Reed, Podwell, Jacob Friedman, because I pod better than you know it. Misrespected Jumpers in the building, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what time it is. It's time to pass it off to the man, the one, the only, Mr. Heroic. Please take it away from here.
He is a wild card. He is the king of gorgeous. He is Mr. Sexy Ass Lottery. And I'm not just saying it. Everybody's saying it. His name is 4 letters, 1 word. Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell. The foulest stenches in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, and for no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller. Hero!
Cause this is... Yeah, I mean, I knew it was Thriller off of the first 2 bars. And I was like, this nigga is not doing Thriller right now.
Hero, and I am Keegan. I'm glad to be back, and every day is getting spooky in October. This is our Halloween episode, technically. And I am just giddy of excitement. Giddy, just giddy.
Yeah. Technically, we would have like 1 episode.
Oh, it is next week.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so out of the loop. Because, you know, I'm fun employed, so I'm out the loop with everything. It's your boy, DT, the third Mike, a.k.a. the OTC of the Monday Night Wave podcast, the Oracle, that's right. I wanted y'all to know just a couple things, maybe just one thing, you know what I'm saying? If there was ever a time to place bets, now is not necessarily the time to do so. We have lost contact with our celebrity prop better, coach of the Portland Trailblazers, Chauncey Billups, and so we will be awaiting his return, potentially, or not. Shout out to Damon Jones. I'm not injured this game, so I will be playing. Let's get it.
Yeah, that's just that's a crazy look. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a very crazy look right now. I think I'm gonna say what Gilbert said, which was, I don't know how you got all these black people on the front line. We talking about, you know,
the mafia.
For real.
This is a little crazy. Like, all right, cool. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
I want to add one thing. You know what I'm saying?
What you got?
This. They spent over 60 months worth of investigating.
Mm-hmm.
To ring up potential 35 defendants in this case.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow they have in their possession the files, and they have yet to release those. And I wonder why. They were really quick to let us know it was Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier. But we just can't seem to figure out who's in these fucking files. That's it. That's all I got.
And on top of that, you've been doing this investigation for, you know, like I said, 2 years now. We just miraculously want to do it, you know, start of the season, like beginning. We could have done this last week. All right, cool, whatever. But we're not a basketball podcast, people. We are a pro wrestling podcast. And we're gonna get into the pro wrestling world. Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately, however you want to look at it, we don't got no news. And so, with that being
man.
said, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Not even. It's crazy. It's almost like we broke a streak of not having news. It's almost like we had a nice streak of news running. Anywho, I have a question, and then we're gonna do this in the form of start, bench, cut. And it's kind of funny because it kind of goes hand in hand with our pre-production conversation. But start, bench, cut. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Jey Uso.
Oh, that's easy.
You think so?
Yeah.
Now, cut is
In-
getting
in ter-
released.
In terms of what though? Like, you gotta give us a little more criteria. Like, what is the? Is it just off of those three individuals as a whole?
Yeah, like I'm not. There's no like circumstance tied to it. It's just like start, bench, cut. Who would you keep? Two, you gotta let one go.
Well, I mean, you got to start Jay. I mean, and like it is what it is. I know the IWC loves having the work rate conversations, and I personally believe Jay or Jimmy is the better in ring worker.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're talking like if we're doing old, like if we go back to like the old school days of wrestling, like where there wasn't guaranteed money, like the money that you made was from you selling tickets and you selling merch, Jay would be feeding his family. And I feel like that is something that needs to, that's something that needs to be stated. Like, he's been hot for a long time. He still is hot, no matter, like, it doesn't matter if this YouTube clip has 19,000 dislikes. Every single week, there's at least 12,000 plus screaming every single week and beating to his stuff. So I feel like you've got to start Jay. I would bench Fatu, as in Jacob Fatu, and then I'd cut Solo. And I honestly, I love Solo. I do not like this new version of Dead President's MFT, but I do like Solo. But based on the parameters of the rules, someone got to go, so I would cut Solo. And I'd bench Fatu because one, he's injured currently, so that plays into it. But I feel like he still has. I mean, the internet gassed him up a lot right when he got signed, and even before he got signed. And then since seeing him signed, I enjoy him. I think he's really good. I think he has the utmost potential, and I feel like we barely scratched the surface of what that possible potential is. So yeah, I'd have him bench him.
Okay, DT.
I mean, he pretty much said everything I was going to say in terms of order and who, what, and where. The only question I would pose in response to this is, do you think that Solo would perform just as well at just as high of an altitude if given the same rocket Jay was given? Because the reason why you asked this question is because I feel like in your heart of hearts you want to fight for Solo in this moment, so that's why I'm asking you this.
It's funny that you mentioned that, right? Because that's a great question to answer on the back end. Because I'm starting Solo. Solo gets the starting job, and then I'm cutting.
Yeah.
He's gonna cut Jacob and bench Jay. I can see it in his eyes.
He can answer.
Damn. I'm starting Solo, benching Jacob, cutting Jay.
I told you. I can see it in his eyes. I can see it in his eyes.
Benching Jacob, cutting Jay. But my reasoning and rationale behind it has nothing against Jey Uso at all. It's just more so for the fact of when it comes to people who can do it without, I don't want to say without the Rocket, because Solo had the Rocket right after Roman left, but the thing is he handled that way better than most could. And with Solo is that you get the complete package, right? You get the theatrics, you get the comedy, you get the wrestling ability when he can get down, and he's able to hold multiple storylines with multiple different people. Now, Jacob is on the bench because I don't have enough to cut him yet. Like, there's still a lot of potential I want to see with Jacob, right? And then cutting Jay is that I know where we're at with Jay, right? This is the hilltop. Do I see Jay going any higher than what he's at right now? Absolutely not. Does that mean he's a bad talent? No. He's just Kevin Durant. Cold. But right now we're just keeping you in the grasp of the league. Like, that's it. There's nothing higher than that. I think that's where he's at.
I don't think that's Kevin Durant. I think you're doing Kevin Durant a disservice. I think you're thinking more of a Jimmy Butler. See, you know what you're going to get out of him.
Yeah.
He reached his peak, but you're not really top 10.
I mean, Jay did win a championship, though. No disrespect to Butler.
And Jimmy Butler dragged the Heat team to the finals damn near by himself against the Nuggets and the Lakers.
So, and with that being said, like, yes, Jay's in that Jimmy Butler range. You are who you are, but that's it. I think the other two, like I said, Solo has the complete like package for me, and then Jacob is just potential. We just haven't seen enough yet for me to cut you. Yeah, but to answer your question of like if given the chance and the rocket that Jay has on Solo, do I think Solo could perform at that level? Absolutely. There wouldn't be no Eden, of course, but he would have his own variation of something of like that. Not necessarily like a chant or nothing like that, but you know.
What could make Solo a face?
I mean, eventually his family's probably going to turn on him.
He's quote unquote been turned on before already.
Yeah, but that's from his villain standpoint, and he's like, that was just like his villain origin story, where he felt like Roman abandoned him, but like he wasn't necessarily technically like betrayed. And the thing with Solo is, it's not that like you said, he did have he had a type of rocket on him. The huge difference is, and it was really honestly the storylines. That Hell in a Cell when Roman cried and stuff, like people really empathized with Jay, and we got 2 years of seeing him crash out and get gaslit and emotionally abused and whatnot, and that garnered a lot of sympathy. Like that garnered his. Now we can people can call him a merch merchant or whatever, or a heat merchant, or whatever people want to call him to disrespect him, but like him becoming hot, like that was natural. Like it was a natural, like people just all of a sudden really started effing with Jay, and it's not that can't happen to Solo, that can happen to anybody, but also it kind of depends on the right storylines, or it kind of depends on just who the flavor of the month, like people are crying about, and I don't want it depends on who the flavor of the month is. Like there was a lot of fan stuff for Cross. We saw how that turned out, and now like people are silent, and it's like people like there used to be an uproar. I don't see that much stuff online now. Besides, I mean, after the two Alistair entrance,
nigga.
But it's one of those things though where it's like every response I saw was like, oh, so this is disrespectful to Cross, but every rebuttal was like, well, the bell has to ring at some point, and if we're gonna compare, one person is a lot better in the ring than the other, and I don't even know why
we'll get there. We're gonna talk a little bit about SmackDown. We'll get to that. To kind of keep it back in the realm of like Solo, I think they should have gave Solo a chance with the WWE title. I think one of those moments when he was going against Cody, he should have got it off of him. I think
the SummerSlam.
I think
when Roman returned.
One of those moments, he should have definitely got that belt off of Solo or off of Cody, and we would have seen what I needed to see here to maybe cut Solo. But I think that at that point in time, he could have truly benefited from like a small run. I'm not saying he needed a 7-8 month run or like that, but just something that could have lifted that storyline a little bit more. Maybe him having the WWE title and what that does for the family tree around them or the bloodline at that time, like how they react and what does that do for them. instead of him, battling with like the Ulafala, which is great, but the ultimate goal for Roman also was like to be the champion. You can't be tribal chief without the belt. I don't feel like that's a thing. Like I think those two things go hand in hand. Ulafala title, like that's what that reign was, all about. But I'm no bloodline resident. I don't live on the island of relevancy.
Neither am I. Neither do I.
We all know you got the book.
You have a condo there.
Like what? You got keys.
All right.
He got bills going over there. All right, we know.
But I don't think I don't think the title and the Ulafala are they. I think they complement each other, but I wouldn't necessarily say that they go hand in hand because Roman's been without a title for about 2 years now.
That nigga's different though.
He's still technically the tribal. Yes, he is different, but yeah, no, he is technically the tribal chief. But and when he does show up, the pops, he's a tribal chief for a reason, and it's not just because he had a title for a couple years.
Let Jay tell her he's just a return merchant.
He is.
He kind of is.
He
Him
is.
Him and
Edge, bro. Lock it up.
Business picks up. Business
It does.
picks up.
These are facts. These are facts. But that nigga will pop out, get injured, go film, come back with another OTC shirt in different font. And niggas like, oh my God, it's the same thing. What? No, God.
He
could just stay in Hollywood.
I mean, that's fine. If that was his life decision, that's fine. I mean, the business is going to keep moving.
Yeah, I mean, Roman on film might end up somewhere. It might not be Hollywood. It might be Tubi, but
Yeah, you got to start somewhere. I think John Cena's first role was on the Nickelodeon show, Weird Fred or whatever that kid was. Triple H did Bernie Mac. You got to start something.
And Blade Trinity and died.
And Blade Trinity.
See, I scrubbed that one out of my mind.
That was terrible.
I forgot all about that.
I chose Bernie Mac for a reason. He also had another movie. I think it was like he was like a nanny or something, or like a chaperone. He was like, I don't know. But they all started. The Rock was in that Tooth Fairy movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is funny. It's not. I think unanimously we can all agree that Batista's the best wrestler turned actor.
I'm starting to slightly switch my opinion, but yes, because this last season of Peacemaker, like John Cena was really in his damn acting bag. Like he's getting close. He's very close to Batista at this point.
He would have to start doing, but Batista has range in characters. He would have to start doing like because to see Batista go from Drax to what is it? The knock at the cabin to
Blade Runner.
He did. Oh, see, I didn't even see Blade Runner. Then he did another movie where he was an assassin that thought he was dying. Yeah. Then he did something else after that. Like he's had like
and Stuber. Like he's had a lot of. I'm just saying, like this last season, like you see that range from Cena. Like there's 2 episodes where like. He cries, like he has like emotion, like to where it makes you feel emotion. Like Cena is up there. I give him another year, and we might have to have this conversation again. But as of right now, I agree. Batista is the number one.
Another year, that would just be another movie. That would be one other movie.
And I don't think that. Yeah,
and because
people make multiple projects a year.
Okay, but let's have the conversation. To get to where Batista is at, we are talking performance-wise. And he was part of the MCU, so you can say blockbuster as well. He has that on his resume. John Cena would have to stop doing the Amazon movies that he's done, the Ricky Stenicki, the shit he just did with Idris Elba, which both of those are fire to me. He just had another one called The Jackpot where he's playing the funny bodyguard for the lady that hires him while she tries to stay alive for winning a ticket. Like, right now he's doing, with you could say the exception of Peacemaker, but even the first season of Peacemaker and I almost said Justice League. What was the movie? Suicide Squad. He's played the same character. And then in the Fast universe, he did a better job of distancing himself from his in-ring persona than The Rock did when The Rock showed up in the Fast universe.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he has some room, but we'll see. We'll see. 1 more year is not going to do it because that's going to be one project.
If we're talking about literally just acting range, I'm telling you, Cena's extremely close. It's closer than you guys think.
Batista got a bag, bro.
It's not about how many movies you make. It's about like making yourself believable in, like DT said, distancing yourself from.
Batista's done that though. I think. Like,
I know. I'm not saying he hasn't done that. I'm just saying Cena is closer than you guys are
give
saying.
him credit. Okay, that's fair. I haven't seen Peacemaker season 2 yet, so I got to check that out. Actually, I don't think I've seen Peacemaker at all.
I seen clips of him yelling and crying, and they looked believable. I've seen them.
You got to see it in the context. Yeah, well, yeah. You guys, and you don't need to watch season 1 to see season 2 because season 1
doesn't exist. They retconned it.
Yeah, they retcon most like the stuff that does exist. It's in the this is what happened, on the Dragon Ball Z. Like, this is what happened last time.
Okay. Previously,
so the stuff that isn't retcon, they let you know, like they'll physically show you, and then everything else,
because and once again we are a wrestling podcast, people. My bad, but because even like this season, like Peacemaker, they put in new Superman or like cameos for like the new Superman, like James Gunn like stuff. And I believe last season the first season of Peacemaker was all Snyder stuff, if I'm not mistaken.
It had the Snyder characters. Like the very end, you see, Jason Momoa and you see Isra, and then they changed that ending to where you see Superman, you see Supergirl, and then you see
Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner, Hawk Girl.
Okay.
All
right. Okay, and just to keep it in the realm of like Halloween. We're going to wrap this up with worst Halloween candy. What do you not want in the bag?
Top 2, candy corn and the fruity Tootsie Rolls. And you can add the regular Tootsie Rolls in there too. So it's top 3. So, yeah, I don't want none of that shit. Keep that shit. And if a nigga pull up with Chico sticks, I'm firing. I'm sorry. I just don't listen. What? No.
I'm going Almond Joys. I'll do regular Tootsie Rolls, and I also will go the Chico stick. I don't like it. Why is it in my bag? I'd rather you give me like fruit, like Deadass.
Yeah, Almond Joy's got to go. I'm not a fan of, like, chocolate and coconut. Like, it's just gross to me. Almond Joys, Smarties. I think those things are just terrible. Like, why do they exist?
I don't know. I used to like the little chalky taste.
I love Smarties.
Yeah, let me get the little because when you eat them, you gotta go. They're like dry.
Get them bitches the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And I think the other one was like. They were like fruit. They look like fruit candy. I think they're called runts. Runts are like,
I know.
Like just gross. And then honorable mention, baked beans. You throw some Boston baked beans, I'm going to fight you.
Yes,
I'm going to fight you, bro.
Okay, hold on.
Those piss me off.
Like let's scrap Boston baked beans.
We gotta
get them the fuck out of here. And what are they called? Not Milk Duds. They're the other ones. They're fucking gross. But
you better not be talking about Whoppers.
Whoppers are disgusting, bro.
What? Nigga, fucking box of Whoppers up right now.
Whoppers are fucking foul, bro.
Nah, bro.
I like to throw Raisin Nuts in the mix as well. I'm not even
okay. Listen, hold on. I gotta say something. I gotta say something. All the candies that we named that we hate, they probably don't even make those no more because we were like the last generation. If there's somebody new that's listening, they probably don't know what baked beans are. They don't even know what the fuck a Chico stick is. They don't. The Good and Plenty boxes, them shits was ass. There was another one that I was just on my mind. It was all the candy at the bottom shelf. When you walked in your neighborhood store, they had the good candy up top, a little more expensive. And when you didn't have shit, and you only had like 50 cents or maybe $1 or something. But you couldn't afford to get the big bars or the Milky Way, the Reese's, Snickers, At the very bottom, that's where you had all the old people shit. That's the Raisinets, the Good and Plenties, the Chico sticks, the Mounds. That's not even the Mounds is not even the Almond Joy. The Mounds is like just the the chocolate and the coconut without the almond. Like that was the difference. You had the Mound and then you had the Almond Joy. And then there was another one I can't even think of right now. But yeah, no, we not doing that. Don't put none of that in my bag.
Yeah, keep it out. And to round it out, what is in the bag? Top 3 in the bag. What you need?
Fuck.
Reese Cup.
Yeah, that's an automatic.
Sour Patch Kids, if depending on the year, because I don't remember having them like super young, but I remember in my middle school days when I still used to hit up the streets. I remember having small Sour Patch Kids, but yeah, for sure Reese Cups. I like Butterfingers.
That's funny you said that because I was gonna make a pitch as to why Butterfingers needs to be in the bag, but that's cool. I'm rocking.
Yeah, no, I like Butterfingers. That honestly, it was because of Butterfingers I got my first cavity ever. It was because of Butterfingers. Because I love the Simpsons so much. I was like, I kind of emulate Bart, and like there was always a Butterfinger commercial.
You don't remember the BBs? The BBs was the ones.
Oh yeah, I remember the BBs.
Because then
like
you
the
didn't.
BBs.
See, I preferred them because you didn't have to like bite and snap. You could just toss them and pop
Yeah,
them.
and
And it was
the
good.
Nestle Crunch Bites. I didn't like that. I don't like Crunch bars.
That's in my
I'll
bag.
eat a Crunch bar. No, I'll eat
That's
a
in
Crunch
my
bar.
bag.
I'll eat a Crunch bar. It's at the bottom, but I'll eat a Crunch bar for sure.
The thing about it's funny because like with Butterfingers, it's like I don't like the candy bar. The bite size, I'll fuck up. The ice cream flavor, fire.
Fuck. Yep.
Oh, yeah,
But
nice.
like, just give me a full Butterfinger bar. It's like it's too much. It's overkill for me. Not for me.
The 2-piece Starburst, and then hopefully you get the 2 pink.
Oh yeah.
Let you get 2 yellows.
Sometimes that'd be happening. Sometimes that happens.
So I'm gonna make a case for. I would consider it old people candy. I rarely see them anymore. And I think they're slowly phasing out. But the Payday bars, fire. So it's nougat. It's nougat wrapped in.
He's a payday. Payday some baseball cards.
I'd rather have a Babe Ruth than a Payday.
I haven't had a Babe Ruth in a minute. That's just with chocolate. That's a Payday with chocolate around it.
Yeah, I know, and it's better. And
Maybe
it
that's what I
looks
was
less
thinking. Maybe it was
sweet.
the Babe Ruth that had the baseball
Yeah, it's
cards.
the same
Either way,
thing,
them
bro.
bitches is old as shit, nigga.
Yeah, I'll take either one. I'll take either one, and I'm not tripping. But what has to be in the bag for sure? Reese's Cups, Sour Patch Kids, Lifesaver gummies. If you got them, let me get all of them. Skittles. I used to really love the purple bag until somebody fucked up and told me they taste like medicine. Now I can't untaste them. What else? Milky Ways for sure. Even if it's like the little square ones, not the regular ones, but like the little square ones. Let me get the Milky Ways. And anything that's chocolate and caramel, I'm fucking it up.
Twix bars.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. I'll bust a Twix down.
It's funny. I'm gonna give you mine real quick, but for me, like when it comes to, like chocolate, it has to be frozen. Like it gotta be cold for me. Like I don't like warm chocolate.
Okay.
Like, nah. So like everything you mentioned, like Reese's in the freezer, gas. Like one of my favorites. But if I'm going off top 3, I'm throwing Crunch bars in there.
Okay.
Fire.
Yep.
Some form of something like Sour Patch Kids, Sour Skittles, Sour Straws, whatever you got, fire.
Sour Skittles. Ooh.
No,
And
first came out?
when Sour Skittles first came out,
Oh my god,
bro,
They
the
used to
bag
fuck
was
your
like
cheeks
this
up.
fucking big. It was like,
Yeah.
like they knew what they was doing. You gonna have to spend $3 to get this little ass bag.
and we
And
did
then
it too.
to close it out, damn, this is tough. I'm gonna have to go with the cookies and cream Hershey's.
The Hershey. Woo.
Gas.
Okay, I'm with
Gas.
that. I'm with that.
That's why I don't like those. That's funny. I don't like white chocolate. But another thing I don't like real quick, Junior Mints. I fucking hate Junior Mints.
So I was about to make a case. No, Junior Mints is fire. Junior Mints are
Oh, really?
fire, bro.
You
Yes.
like chocolate and mint? Honestly, mint, it needs to just be toothpaste. Like I don't like mint.
See,
I don't
see,
like
bruh.
mint ice cream. I don't like. If,
Yeah,
like,
man, ice
what?
cream is crazy.
Mint
I don't-
chocolate chip ice cream is fire. It is. It's good.
But how, like, you have to be, like, out of a lot of shit for me to want mint chocolate chip ice cream. You gotta not have the cookie dough. You gotta not have, like, the Rocky Road. We skipping a lot of different, like, flavors here.
You ain't never had the little Andes?
Yeah.
I like okay, see? It's the same thing.
But once again, cold. Similar to ice cream.
Right.
You
so
know,
if you
like,
put the Junior Mints in the freezer, Oh, and the milk does.
Yeah, frozen milk does it fire.
Yes. But if you put the Junior Mints in the freezer, leave them in there about an hour or two. You know what I'm saying? You pop them out, you shake the bag up, and then you can, yeah, bruh. Hell yeah, I'll go buy a box of Junior Mints right the fuck now.
Hey, and that is your American right, sir.
These niggas lost me. These niggas, they eat Whoppers. Whoppers, oh, nigga, I would be so mad. We would have fight, nigga. Like, what you mean you gonna give me the Whoppers, nigga? Like,
just give me the Whoppers, bro. You fucking kidding me?
Whoppers and dots in this bag, bro. We fighting, bro. Like, what we doing?
You don't
here?
like dots?
Nigga, no.
I like dots.
Oh my
god. It sticks to your teeth is fun. It's like a game, bro.
Till it pull that motherfucker out. Look at Yo, yeah. That was my thing when I went to the movie theaters. I would get dots. That was my shit. Let me get the big box of the yellow dots. It was all the different colors. I'm in that bitch.
Nah.
Last question. Twizzlers or Red Vines?
I hate
there is a... Whoa.
Hate, nigga. Hate.
Wait, why?
Stomp, nigga.
What?
Because it tastes like ass. Like Red Vines, disgusting. And maybe it's just childhood trauma. And because anytime they reward the smart kids in class, like, oh my god, you finished your test, here's some Red Vines. And I'm just sort of eating that bitch. Like, this is gross. I did a good job with this goddamn A paper. You give me Red Vines, I'm gonna eat this shit just because I'm a kid? Nah, get them out of here. Disgusting, bro.
I don't know if this is your way of stunting saying you was a smart kid in class or what, but
both.
Yeah, that's the problem with niggas like him. That's the problem. No,
he didn't like the reward though. So
no.
It all works out for the mediocre kids.
there is a right answer to this question. There is a right answer to the question. The correct answer is Red Vines.
Oh yeah.
Twizzlers are good. They are just not as good as Red Vines. Twizzlers have a different waxing. They got a different taste. Red Vines, if you get fresh Red Vines when they're soft,
damn near melting your mouth.
damn near. And they used to sell them at the movie theater too.
I'm a North kid. Give me a sour straw. Don't give me no goddamn Red Vine. We're gonna fight, bro. Like, what the hell is going on here?
Either way, it's gonna go in my Sprite, and I'm drinking out of it. So.
Either way.
Oh God. All right, let's get into Monday Night Raw here.
That's how you know we didn't have any news.
But we made it. We filled a 30-minute block with just some great segments here. A lot of engaging conversation for somebody listening to get to know us as people here. Raw is in Sacramento. I believe they said there was 2 title matches. I think there was the Becky match and the Rusev and Dom match, I think. But anywho, show kicks off with Braun and the Bronze having to give the titles back. And here's my thing. Talked about this. We're starting the show, right? And we see the gold wrapped around Braun. I'm watching, I'm like, that actually looks really good on him. If this is a camera test, this looks really good on him. Like, it fits. The whole leather jacket with the glasses and the belt, it looks solid. But in this, I believe it's Pierce is, asking for the title to come back and get off of the shoulders because Seth can't, perform and you guys are not the champions. So I'm gonna need that back. We see the segment where where Breaker is like, you gotta say please to get it back. He ends up handing it to Heyman. It's just a whole bunch of just a little bitter, just a little spiteful with it. But to kind of piggyback off of last episode, we had mentioned what we wanted to see, and I believe DT was like, we just have the belt. We're going to take it. It's already here. So how do you feel about, what happened here, and what were the thoughts as you were, watching it happen?
I'm fine with what happened. I'm fine with what happened. It's something that I forgot to say last week is that when I was talking about why I didn't like the way that they end up doing things is because I just feel like if you knew Seth was going to be out, why didn't you could have just ran back like the Clash in Paris match and have him lose the title without getting pinned, or something like that, instead of relinquishing it if you know that he's not going to come back. But with relinquishing it, you get a whole storyline where it's like, it's the title I never lost, yada yada. So that is what that is. As far as the opening segment of the show, I don't know. I'm fine with it. I think DD's storyline would have been great too. But I don't know. They're doing a lot of pivoting, and I respect the pivot. It's just I wish that whether it's the room of writers or whether it's the AI that Meltzer said they're using, I just wish people would have thought it out a little bit more. But I don't know. I'm fine with it.
They need to call me.
Nigga, you already in the room.
Now, clearly I'm not. Clearly. Because if I was, the moment Pierce would have asked for that belt back, Braun would have stepped up, looked him dead in his face, and said, "Take it." And then walked off. And then you just send a slew of motherfuckers to get the belt back. If you got to put him in a gauntlet match and he has to fight every number one contender that's in that space until they get the belt off of him, cool. But like, he already has it. I got it. Like, I'm gonna just give it to you? We fight for this 365. People are putting their bodies on the line. They away from home. They're putting their bodies on the line. Why is it that you could just walk up to me and be like, "Yeah, you need to go ahead and give me that back"? Like, that's not a fun storyline. And then for it to end up in let me give back the title I never lost. How many times have we seen a nigga come back and their opening promo is, "I'm coming back to get the title I never lost"?
Like, at least a year in every
in every promotion. Like, that's they go too.
What did T-Pain say? Do something else. Do something else. Do anything else. This would have been the perfect opportunity to be like, you know what? Let's just surprise the fans. And now we're gonna do the round. They already did the round robin, and we got what we got with the number one contenders, the battle royal. They put 10 niggas in it that we knew were not even gonna win it because they weren't even involved in the storylines. Like, it was a waste of time. It was a waste of their time. It was a waste of our time to watch the battle royal. Like, nah, fuck that. I already have the belt. Come take it from me. And then you can spend an entire Raw of Jay, LA, CM Punk, hell, throw Dom in there, whoever, come in to fight Braun Breaker one after another, and the first person that pins him gets the belt. They're the new champion. You can call him an interim champion, a transitional champion, whatever, but he held the belt hostage. Have somebody pry this shit from my hands. Like,
it's funny because I believe like what you're in reference to, I think there's a similar story in AEW. I think Nyla had did it at one point in time where she took somebody's belt and held it hostage, and you had to come and like get it back and whatnot. So it can work in the wrestling field for sure.
Switchblade did that with MJF.
Yeah, Switchblade did it with MJF. Like, these things have happened before, and I think in this particular instance, like, WWE wants it to be more story oriented. They don't want it to be like that. They're especially because previously to this, there was no championship title ambitions for Braun Breaker that we knew of, as far as like the world title. So where would he have gotten this itch all of a sudden to be like the world champion?
When I speared Seth and knocked him out of the promotion.
Yeah, I think the thing they can say is that you can only call me the future for so long until it's like, no, the future is present.
Yeah, the future is now. Because I decided it is. Not because you decided, I'm going to move on. No, I'm moving you out the way now.
It's funny because didn't like Heyman say something about he said Seth couldn't lead the vision to the future or something like that, or
if he couldn't beat Cody or something,
yeah, like he talked about his shoulder in some way, like, and there's also a lot of like foreshadowing in this episode. Well, not a lot, but there's definitely some moments of foreshadowing here. And in particular, I believe this kind of ties into this. There was a promo afterwards where Paul Heyman's talking to Breaker, and he's like, Breaker's just he's on edge. He's like trying to go get his shit back. He wants to be the champion. And Heyman breaks down the history like back in 2003, I coached this person named Brock Lesnar, and we did this XYZ. So basically, he's trying to give him the gameplay of what he's done before, and use that with Braun. But I don't think Braun's. I don't think that's registering to him yet. How can I say this? In the words of the youth, Braun is on YN energy. He has no respect for what the game is right now, so he don't really care. And to be honest, those dudes are the past. You talking about CM Punk? You talking about the Tribal Chief? You're talking about Brock Lesnar? Like, I'm not them. I think that's also gonna be Paul Heyman's downfall. Is that this is gonna be the one Heyman guy that he just can't control, and I hope that's the case. I think that would make the story really interesting.
Well, they started it with Seth. They started that piece with Seth because Seth was telling him not to go back in there after Cody and not to do this with Cody and X, Y, and Z. He's like, the fuck? No, I'm gonna do it because I don't fuck with this dude. I'm doing this. I'm gonna every chance I get, I'm gonna try to kill him off.
So we see that post this, and it also ties in. It probably happens somewhere down the line of the show, but I just want to tie it in here. A Battle Royal is announced for the number one contendership. And Pierce removes Breaker and Reed from the Battle Royal, so they are no longer a part of it. In the graphic, they were, but they got removed, and so now nowhere to be found. Keep that in the back of your heads, people. We'll get back to that in the main event. We get new tag team champs this week. In AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus the Judgment Day. I believe they said this is the second title defense the Judgment Day had, which is also kind of fucking crazy. But I do like the tag team of AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. I think it's an odd mix, but they're super fucking talented and very fun to watch. So I don't really care about that too much.
Yeah, it's refreshing. It reminds me of Bandito, where it's just like it kind of looks like an odd mix, but it effing works. So
that's funny. Cause I saw this. I think you guys sent it to the chat, and they're talking about the progressive. Both teams have progressive.
Progressive
white dudes.
That's what luchador.
In the fucking comments was like the community.
The community.
The community.
How do you feel about?
Your fans in the gay community. Gay community.
Gay community. He was not rolling.
Oh, fuck, bro.
The gay
That shit
community.
is so funny. The gay community.
One day we gotta play that. We gotta play that actual sound.
Oh, fuck, that's funny.
We gotta play that shit.
So, I mean, we now see that we have new tag team champs. I don't know where this actually goes. I don't have any, predictions for this because it's so, out of left field here. What you got?
They could just do what Sammy and Ilya have been doing. Just defend the belts, bro.
I like that.
Defend the belts. You don't need a storyline for tag team wrestling all the time. There's multiple tag teams. And they do need to switch rosters up a little bit so we can get the Lucha Bros together, please. Oh my god. Anyway,
you want to talk about that real quick? We got to stop pairing Ray Phoenix with random motherfuckers,
bro. Because they're trying to hold him over until they can't put him on Raw. Which, just have him pop up. If
just
Jimmy
switch it over, bro. If
Jimmy could just pop up on the SmackDown, he could just walk right into motherfucking Raw, bro.
Because this nigga, Ray Phoenix's tag team partners have now been Shinsuke, Andrade.
Yep.
Somebody else is in there.
Javon Evans.
That was
just a
different.
guest spot.
That's fire. That's fire. But he's had a makeshift amount of like other tag team partners here, and it's like, you know who we want to see, bro. Stop playing with us. Like, just get it together. Like,
I think they're waiting for Penta to get at least one single title.
Like,
first.
get it together. And that's the thing with some of WWE programs, that we always wait for the right moment, and we can miss the fucking moment. We need them in the tag team picture right now, at least on Raw. SmackDown's tag team picture is kind of solid, but they need that on Raw, bro.
Man, I just had a beautiful thought. I'm not even gonna lie. if both companies could just come in the middle a little bit, one stop waiting for a moment and the other one to start making a moment more, that would just it would be perfect.
Harmony, just right there.
Just right in the middle somewhere. You don't have to. Oh, let's tease it. Let's drag it out. Let's drag it out. Sometimes just hey, buddy, walk on over here. Say what's up to your brother, and let's get cracking. Beat up DIY. You know what I'm saying? Beat up Fraxium, whoever. Shit, send Pit to the SmackDown. Fraxium versus the Lucha Bros.
Lucha Bros and Fraxium is just gas, and that's what I mean. Like, there's so many on the plate that you can work with. Like, why are we waiting here? Like, we were waiting for the next round of cuts, and somebody unfortunately gets cut out, and now we can't do the shit, bro. Like, let's capitalize on some of these moments here, especially when the division needs it. It'd be different if the division was fine.
I got a question, and we can get back to our scheduled programming. Where the fuck is American Made? Anybody seen American Made? Anybody?
They're put on ice.
Where's
right now?
Where, aside from Kit Wilson doing some shit, well, he just started some shit with Carmelo. Are they still injured? Are we still waiting on?
Yeah, Elton is still injured.
Okay, then
is it a rumor that like American Made is on ice because of something that happened? I thought like they've injured somebody or maybe have injured allegedly.
So the thing, one of the big stories of the IWC this week was someone asked a similar question to what DT asked. It was like, where are these guys at? And then people were posting receipts where it was like, they injured Ray. There was a moment, and this was like right before Priest was going, like this was when he was Money in the Bank and he was on his way to become world champion. Like one of them kicked out of his finisher. Like, granted, it was after 3, but it was like right after. It was just a weird thing. It's just a rookie. It's a really green thing to do. Especially to someone who, like, management and everyone else is like, this is going to be our champion. Like, you don't kick out of their finish. Like, I don't know. So it seems like if there is no, like, rumor, like, there's no like a Fightful or anybody saying, like, oh, they're put on ice for these specific reasons. But the point of what that person was doing, the little thread, is like they've made a lot of green mistakes, and that's probably why they're not being utilized right this second. I mean, now that we do have face champions with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, I was going to say AJ Lee.
No, that's their name.
Yeah, I mean, now that we have face champions, I'm sure they'll come back to, do the, get the 3-second tan. But
then have them, okay, if they messed up, then have them eat pins for a little bit. They don't have to completely disappear.
Shit, this is what happens in between you eating pins. Can I trust you to, like, perform and not, allegedly, hurt somebody or, fuck up a spot and whatnot?
Yeah, because, I honestly, and also, granted, like, that's something Vince would probably do, is like, all right, I'm punishing you. You're gonna job for a month and a half, 2 months. But the downside to that is that it F's up their aura, similar to the conversation we had last week, to where it's like, certain people, you can only lose so much to where now the crowd's not going to be behind you or something like that. Like, so in their mind, they probably thought it just might be better for them to just be off of TV for a little bit instead of just being fed to guys. I think that's where they were thinking, where it was like, this might be better so that when they do return, people are still like semi excited for them. We're not going to just like, oh, look at these losers. All they do is lose. Type of thing.
Yeah, but we haven't even seen Ivy Nile. Is she hurt, or am I tripping?
I don't think so.
So there's no reason. And when they gave her ops to wrestle, like she could fucking wrestle. So there's no reason for her to not, to my knowledge, for her to not be in the mix with the mid card.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I want to see her and Julia or whomever. It don't matter what the fuck.
Yeah. Both the women's mid card are held by heels right now, and she's a heel, I guess. So maybe that's their logic in it. Maybe.
Keeping the mid card, Becky Lynch versus Maxine. Do we have any quick thoughts here? I do like Maxine was getting her shit off. You can definitely tell a lot of that dungeon training is working here, and I also like the way Becky got out of this. Right, I think it was the how'd she hit her with the belt, right?
Yeah.
She DQs herself. Because I think that A, it still makes you look like a crazy fucking heel, and then B, it's like, oh well, she actually could have had a shot at winning. It kind of builds that illusion of, you know, what would have happened had Becky not DQ'd herself. And I can tell you right now, Becky would have won. But for the storyline process, it was cool to see.
Yeah, Maxine won in her hometown. Technically, she technically won. So yeah, it's a dub. It's a dub for everybody all the way around.
It was better than their first match. You know how I'm very high on Becky and how she makes everyone look good. It was definitely better than their first match the other month or whatever. And Maxine, again, another talent that, to me, granted, they don't get reps every single week, but every single time you see them, they are getting better a little bit. Whether it's selling, whether it's just being in the right spots at the right time, she is getting better. So I appreciate it. The one thing I did not like is that it was like we just had Cody do that 4 days before this Raw, where he DQ'd himself by hitting Drew with the title. So I just don't like how close, like how similar it was in that sense, where it was like you could have found something else to do. I feel like to have Maxine still win, but they also already kind of did the count out thing, so maybe they booked themselves in the corner or something like that. So that's my only nitpick with it, is just like Cody literally just did this a couple days before that show. But other than that, I think it's fine. Now, as far as the rumor mill goes, real quick, so I don't know if you guys remember, and honestly, it might have been on an episode that didn't even come out, but we talked about it. There was rumors that the ref Jessica is trying to get back into the ring because she was a former wrestler.
She's on Evolve.
Yeah, and the last couple weeks, her and Becky have kind of been. Becky hasn't been liking her calling the matches and whatnot, and then ref she just clapped back at Becky on Twitter earlier this week. So maybe like the rumor is that this is probably building a storyline to ref Jess having a match against Becky, which if that happens, that's cool. But yeah, that's the rumor mill right now as far as what I've seen.
I would be down to watch that. If she wins, she can become a wrestler. If she loses, she got to go back to being a ref.
I wouldn't be bad at that.
When you put that stipulation on it, I'm interested. Like that sounds a little interesting. Yeah. But as far as like I don't know. I don't have any footage. I don't have any tape. I don't know anything about, you know.
I don't know nothing about it.
So I can't give you an honest, you know, opinion on that particular play. But what I can give you an opinion on is Becky's promo on Paul Heyman. She bodied that boy.
That shit was fire.
And it like
you penguin face. Well, she didn't say bitch.
Penguin face prick. Snake oil salesman routine doesn't work. She says she never trusted him. Her husband never trusted him. He just used you and was kind of surprised it took you so long to turn on him. But don't worry, when Seth comes back, he won't hurt you because Paul is nothing to him. And she said whatever Nepo baby he attached himself to, Rollins will kill them, not him. And I'm like, fuck.
That lets you know automatically it's going to be Braun Breaker because there's no other Nepo baby that he's around right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
so, who? Because Bronson Reed, I don't know of any of his parents that wrestled.
She says whatever Nepo baby he attaches himself to.
Yes.
There's a certain Nepo baby who won tonight. Or won on Monday.
You talking about Jay? You think Jay's going to go to the Wise Man?
Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Look.
After he just... listen, if Jay... after all the shit that Jay and Paul had over the last 4 years, for Jay to go back to Paul, that would be stepping backwards for Paul. That would be stepping backwards.
That would be stepping backwards for both of them.
Yeah, for both of them, yes. But I'm saying, like,
I'm just saying, there's two.
I mean, there's a
lot.
Yeah, there's a smorgasbord of Nepo babies in wrestling because that's how you get in for the most part, unless you cold. But it's Braun Breaker, bro. It's Braun Breaker.
I like the promo because she put Seth over, which is that's her husband. Of course, she's gonna put him over, but Like she put him over to the step where we're like, yeah, it's like he knew this was gonna happen. He said he didn't need you, and like honestly, like, the couple weeks before it, like I mean the Raw where they do turn on him, that, like his whole opening speech was like, I didn't need anybody. I didn't like
I chose it.
every single promo after the Vision finally became a thing was mostly him being like, I don't need these guys. I want these guys. Like you said, I chose them. Like so I like that she put him over that sense, and she was like, yeah, he used you. He never like. He knew that this was going to happen because, he watches the tape. Everyone knows Heyman's going to turn on you at some point, unless, you're a meathead like a Brock or a Braun at this point. But yeah, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
See,
the fact that DP enjoyed it means a lot.
It does because he don't like the way she talks.
But you know why? It's because she wasn't yelling and screaming. She was talking normal.
Cutthroat.
So when she yelling and screaming, then all the Irish come out, and it don't sound the way it don't sound pleasant for my ears. So I be tuning it out. So, and it started with the lackeys. The moment she said a bunch of lackeys and was calling everybody lackeys, I was done. And that was like 2 years.
Nobody uses that word. The only thing I would kind of slightly dislike is that it made made him look like he was a babyface. And in particular, that last line of whatever Nepo baby you attach yourself to, we're going to come after you. Because in reality, the Vision are the heels. They just attack Seth. They're the bad guys. So that last sentence there makes it seem like he's going to be the guy coming back for revenge because you did him wrong. But in hindsight, it's like he was also wrong too. He's the one who fucking got these motherfuckers together. Like, you were doing the bad shit with these niggas. You can't get jumped by the gang and come back, I'm getting revenge. Like, nigga, you was a part of the gang. Like, the fuck?
Yeah, but
that's wrestling 101, bro.
Yeah, if Roman Reigns can be a face after these past 4 years of gaslight niggas and manipulate niggas,
that nigga was,
and he still technically hasn't apologized
to nobody.
I'm putting face in quotations because this nigga has not changed at all.
This nigga
he said he did. He said he did twice,
and we ain't seen Roman since. So he was like, if y'all gonna be at work, I won't be here.
So yeah, bro. No, he's not. He don't. He's the pop that's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be
when Braun and Heyman are standing in the ring, and Heyman is dressing down the roster and the crowd and saying the future is here, and Braun Breaker is the most diabolical, most violent, most blah 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 blah. Or that pop, next level.
Or he's breaking down, giving the fucking Paul Heyman spiel. This is the greatest, the reigning, defending Jey Uso. Then what you gonna do?
Bro, get out of here, bro. You just see, and this is why. That's horrible. That is.
Let's wrap it up here. Main event, Battle Royal.
Waste of time.
And let's keep it a stack, bro. Them niggas threw out the graphic of the Battle Royal without the bronze in there. It's like, who the fuck was winning this. It's like Dragon Lee and fucking AJ just had a match. They won. They're good. Dom just had a match the same night. He's like, get him the fuck out of here, too. It was Otis and Cesaro. Get them the fuck out of here, too.
Bro. Yeah.
Penta was in it. It's like, okay, Penta hasn't even won a mid-card yet. Get him the fuck out of here, too. So they only broke it down to one of two people, right? Which was like, LA Knight and Jay fucking Uso. And I was like, Now, hear me out here. I was like, damn, LA Knight and CM Punk in a promo battle would be fire. Them motherfuckers can talk. And I was like,
yeah,
that would be fucking cool. But then I was like, that's too much of a fan of me. That shit ain't gonna happen. LA Knight don't give them as much, attention and yeet money as the Yeet Man does. So I was like, fuck, Jey Uso's probably gonna win this shit again. And lo and behold, Jey Uso wins this bitch again. Now, however, he does do it in a very diabolical way of, letting his brother save him. And then once he sees the moment, I'm gonna take both of y'all at the same time. So, and then for the listeners, Jay eliminates Jimmy and LA Knight as he sees the perfect opportunity to get them out. And then Jimmy is fucking looking at him like, are you crazy? Like, you gonna eliminate me? And Jimmy's pissed on the outside here. It leaves Jay and Dom in the ring. Dom ends up going for like a 619, and Jay ends up just fucking tossing him over the ring or out of the ring. And there we go. Jey Uso is the number one contender, or not number one, but he fights CM Punk at Saturday Night Main Event. And it's kind of interesting 'cause I'm pretty sure last Monday it was fucking CM Punk and Jey Uso for a number one contendership spot. Am I not mistaken there? Did that not happen? Did them niggas not fight? I swear Jay blew his moment to get to be a number one contendership previously.
I don't know. I don't think it was a one-on-one, but I don't remember.
Like, either way, this isn't Jay's first time having this opportunity to be a number one contender. I think Punk had beat him out somewhere. Anywho, that doesn't matter. How do we feel now? Is this the right move? Did y'all agree with it? DT said it was a waste of time, so let's just start with you. What did you got?
The Battle Royal was a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
And also they did something that I'm going to criticize both companies for doing. If I seen a nigga already wrestle, I don't need to see them again that night. Like, yeah, so that's a beef for me. That's a beef. It was a waste of time. I'm not mad at the result. I just think that having 10 dudes in there was a waste of time because we already kind of knew what it was. It was easy to deduce. What was it? 3 months ago. Was it 3 months ago? It's October 5th. Yeah, 3 months ago or so. I have been talking about them finding a way to get back to Jimmy and Jay having a one-on-one. And I was like, they're going to switch roles. So instead of Jimmy being the heel, it'll be Jay this time. And it just feels like that's where we're going. They could swerve because they could feel like it's too predictable, but at the rate and the pace they're going, I think that's what it's going to end up being at some point. What?
Wait, what the hell is happening here?
Oh my god.
What? Hello?
That is fucking insane.
Okay, people. We had a lightning outage here. A little lightning struck and it kicked Mr. Heroic out.
You're lying. Bro, what is going on, bro?
Okay. And he's back. He's back, people.
It said I had to restart because, again, I never left. I guess. I can still see both of you. I can still hear both of you. So.
Yeah, so as, DT was giving his, very electrifying, take on Jey Uso. Mother Nature was like, enough of that shit, nigga. Here, nigga, damn. All right? Do you want to, wrap up or, kind of, close out your statements on Jey Uso?
Yeah, I think we're now going to see the roles reversed where Jay is looked at as the heel, Jimmy is looked at as the face when these two go off as a 1v1 again. I'm excited for the CM Punk and Jey Uso match. Battle Royal, we could have just skipped it, got straight to it. I'm hoping that I think CM Punk will be a good win for the WWE Universe. I think Jay winning it back will be the better storyline for all parties involved, and I'm gonna just keep it short like that.
All right, Mr. H, you got anything you want to get off on Jay versus CM Punk for a Saturday Night Main Event?
I don't know. I don't have anything. I didn't even think about who might win this. I want to assume Punk would win it, but based off what DT said, story-wise, it might make more sense for Jay to win it. But also, since we know the Bronze are upset that they weren't in there,
there you go.
Yeah, who knows? It might end in DQ. Then it might turn into a three-way or something. Or
nope.
We'll see though, because they're really trying to they want this. This is the second to last Saturday main event before the one that's Cena retires. So I'm assuming this title match and then the women's title match on SmackDown, these are probably there's always two matches on the Saturday main events that are supposed to be super important.
Mm-hmm.
So I would hope that they don't want to end this in some chicanery to where we still don't have a champion or something, and like fans leave upset. So if I had to pick someone, I'm going to say Punk, but I do agree that Jay would be the better story. But I'm gonna pick Punk.
I personally think that we would go, and now that I think about it, it sounds fucking far-fetched, but you never know. I think DQ. I think because it was implied that the Breakers were like, yo, how are they going to do this, and we're not going to be a part of it. Like, they're not going to give us a shot to do it. And that's where, they're going to take things in their own hands and, run DQ and whatnot. But Survivor Series is next. War Games is next. What better way to have, Jay, Punk, Jimmy Roman versus Vision? You need that squad. Or
who's the Vision?
And we'll see. We don't know yet. It's either that or your other alternative was My Family Tree versus the Wyatts.
Which I don't think that would be that's if they do that match for War Games, that's like the Mavs trading Luka, in my opinion. That is not a.
There's no way he said that.
No, absolutely. There's no one that is not interesting. Two, someone is going to get fucking hurt. Two people got injured last year at War Games. Three, okay, just this year, the excuse for Rock showing up to Elimination Chamber was we got to sell tickets in Canada, even though all the tickets were already sold. You think niggas is gonna go to Utah to watch MFT versus the Wyatts? You trying to sell tickets, bruh? No. That to me, that's the equivalent of trade Luka. That makes no sense. That is bad business. Y'all better make this shit work. Y'all better figure out some teams.
That's just so funny. That's his final straw. That's his straw. Is if I see My Family Tree and the Y6 War Games, that's my straw.
Unless the timeline says no, you gotta because this shit is hilarious. I'm not watching that shit, bro. I'm not.
Listen,
because who's gonna fight Nikki Cross?
Tamina.
I was just finna say Tamina.
Nia.
Nia. They're gonna pull Nia Jax. Yeah. Listen.
As a Nia fan, such as yourself, that should make you upset. You're talking about we could put Nia with the MFTs, but we couldn't put Nia with Pete Bloodline when you had the opportunity.
God,
that would piss me off.
So fucking funny, bro.
Nia would be the best wrestler in that match if that match happened.
I mean, Solo is there.
Yeah, she's sexy.
Solo would be number 2. Solo would be number 2.
That's crazy.
Solo's never injured
insane.
anyone before.
Absolutely.
To our knowledge, but I'm not. No shade.
That. I don't know if y'all can see my face.
That's all right.
That is crazy that you said that. That is absolutely insane.
If we're talking track record, Solo's a very safe worker. Like Jay said, he has the total back. He's the total package essentially. He just needs a better moveset and a good story, and people are gonna.
Nothing.
Didn't Nia just throw Jade into the steps?
Yeah, which brought back Jade with the scar, which is now part of her character. That's character development.
She wanted to be an actor, nigga. You fucked up the face.
She acting now.
That's crazy.
Sort of.
That is absolutely insane. Let's talk about SmackDown.
Let's get to it.
Obviously, I'm not going to lead this one, so y'all got to go ahead and tell me what you know about SmackDown. What am I missing out here? Who wants to start?
Jimmy randomly shows up, shakes Cody's hand. Cody's like, "Why are you here?" Jimmy's like, "Somebody got to get Drew back for dissing my family like that." Cody's like, "I understand." Cody's also like, I watched the program and I saw what Jay did. And honestly, Jimmy, I think you should think about yourself first instead of everybody else. What does Jimmy do? Dap up Cody and continues to think about everybody else instead of himself. That was the opening of the show.
Character development.
Huh?
Character development, like you said.
Yeah, well, yeah. Cody proceeds to go out. He's cutting a promo on Drew. Drew comes out. And Drew is like, "Yo, y'all tripping. y'all shouldn't be booing me. Y'all should be booing him. Y'all seen what happened. He's the one that did it. I didn't do that. Jimmy comes out of nowhere. They get the brawling. Drew is backing down. He's crying, complaining. They finally separate him. That's that interaction.
Okay. I believe on the docket here was Alistair.
Yes, so Ilya is going to continue the U.S. Open Challenge, which is fire. Also, Ilya cuts a really cool-ass promo. And we get Aleister Black with Zelina Vega. We get their first entrance, which is, it gives the spooky vibes.
TikTok.
It's spooky, but there are some differences. Like,
Sure, but the differences aren't that great to which you don't think about how you just let two niggas walk out the building for you to then give two people their... Yeah, they swag. But no, I hear you. I hear
as
you.
the IWC says, the bell has to ring at some point. And
That's
as
all
far
that
as,
shit,
as far as the current
He
people
saw
that
my
are
whole
there right
fucking
now,
flow, bar for bar. I feel like
Word for word.
Word
Yeah,
for word.
yeah. Hey, listen.
Alistair was in NXT before Cross showed up, so I'll give him that. But
I
like
hear you.
in their vignettes, they has something to do with snakes and shit. Like you see her kind of moving like a snake. Like there's some deeper meaning to it. You know, Alistair. I mean, you can be dismissive about it, but again, the bell has to ring at some point. The better person's here, unfortunately.
Listen, that's not. I'm like stand on that bar and that line that they said on the internet.
I mean, but it's actual real thing.
But what I'm saying to you is this the only thing that saves Zelina anyway? Because wasn't nobody paying her attention no way. This the most screen time that she done got in the last 3 months that niggas care about. So there's that.
I mean, 3 months ago she was champion, but no one cared about it.
Like I said, like I said. So now she want to be the snake charmer and the mystifier in the back, and she wrapping around Aleister Black on the entrance. Cool, do your thing.
See, and here's the thing with the quote of the bell got a ring and the better performer XYZ, which is true. Aleister is a better performer. However, in the realm of the WWE, it's never been about the better performer. It's been about who's able to move the merch, who's able to connect with the fans and the audience and whatnot.
Captivate the audience.
So to be fair, if Cross wanted to be upset at it, it's like, bro, I was doing this exact same shit and giving you the numbers that you were looking for, but now you give it to them over here.
Have we seen that Aleister Black t-shirt?
To be honest, I haven't. And being completely deadass, I have not.
It maybe,
probably exists.
Maybe Big H prefers him more. There's other parameters that might exist that we don't know about or do know and just it's not up to light. But
that's fine. It's your company. Run it how you want to. That's fine.
Yeah, very interesting.
I don't really have a problem with it. It's like I said, this is the most that people have cared about Zelina Vega in the last 6 months. And
she has to be next to him
in order for it to happen. Yeah.
I mean, people wanted her to go back to Andrade. Either way, people wanted her to become a manager again because again, no one really cared about her solo stuff. So
matchups,
and unfortunately,
way better
Andrade
matchups.
left. This is a time for husband and wife to finally work together. So I don't really. Yeah.
All right, spinning out of that, I believe the last topic here on SmackDown was a heel.
The match was good though. The match was a heater. If you haven't seen it, watch the match. The match was
between Aleister and Ilya. It sounds like a heater. That sounds like something that's gonna be gas.
It was gas. It was gas. I mean, it ends with Priest coming back, so there was a slight distraction, but it was gas. As far as match quality wise, and the US. When SmackDown was 3 hours, how the way the tag team division was carrying SmackDown, now that it's 2 hours, the US title is carrying SmackDown right now.
Shout out to Sammy for opening that door.
Yeah.
Last topic I believe was the Jade Cargill heel turn. Thoughts, ideas? It looks like it's going to be Jade versus Tiffy for the title. Let's start off with how it happened. Anybody? Nobody? Anybody got anything?
Oh,
So here's the thing: I can't see y'all, so I can't take a visual cue anymore.
got you.
So, but yeah, okay. Tiffy has her match with Kiana James. And then Julia doesn't like that Tiffy won, so she slides in. They start jumping Tiffy. A storm is coming, hits. People kind of pop because they know it's Jade. Jade comes out looking pristine. That's the most edited way I can put that. Leather pants, cut up white tank top, black eyeliner, black lashes a whole bit. Came in, black combat boots, got the stomping, kicking, thrust kicking, punt kicking. Well, not punt kicking, but whatever, thrust kicking, etc. Picks Tiffy up, picks up the belt, hands it to Tiffy, is pointing at her. The crowd's cheering. She walks away and turns around, pops her in the mouth, and proceeds to beat the shit out of Tiffy all over the ring. Throws her out the ring, throws her into the steps, throws her over the table. Somehow, some way, none of the refs could seem to control Jade, but they do a great job of controlling like a Bronson Reed, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, but somehow, some way, they couldn't control Jade.
Depends on the state, or in the city of the
thing. Fuck.
Fair enough. Jade then stomps the hell out of Tiffy's knee.
Runs into the steel steps, I believe, or something like that.
Yeah, ran her into the steel steps, but then stomps on her knee after that. And rolls into the ring, grabs the belt, looks at it, throws the ring down, rolls out of the ring, walks off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the match was confirmed, and then they're saying Tiffany has suffered a knee injury, but she is willing to still fight. She wants to still fight. So they're trying to give her that baby face sympathy, and they're also giving her an out. They're also giving her out because she is injured. So she's
here's my thing. I think
that's a better term.
They're going to pull the trigger and make Jade the champion. Right?
They should.
I think there's too much invested in Jade to not follow through here. Let's follow through with what the idea is. And this is where we're going to see the litmus test. Can you do it? Right? The belt is supposed to do what it does and build stars. Right? It's a heavy fucking role to carry. And the thing is, we're gonna see Jade in the point guard spot. So I'm interested to see what that looks like. I don't have anything more or less to say, not yet. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out when the light's on you what's it gonna look like.
It does something for me. I don't have to worry about her chasing the hug from the fans in her matches, which is fantastic.
Fuck.
I'm so excited about that. So she can just focus on hitting her spots, making sure that they're in the right places, etc., and just win the match. Also, secondarily, if Tiffy is quote unquote kayfabe hurt and she still wants to fight, this should be a squash match. There's no reason for a healthy Jade to be struggling with a Tiffany Stratton that is injured.
No,
because she can't hit her finishing move.
No.
She shouldn't be missing none of her somersaults because if her knee is fucked up, if she misses one, essentially that should end the match. So there's no reason, there shouldn't be that little cartwheel Alabama slam. If Tiffy is hurt, then she should be hurt, and it should be a squash match.
The match should be a competitive squash match. No longer than 8 minutes is what I'm feeling.
So
I give you 5 good minutes.
With this being the case, and we see Jay turning heel, is the writing on the wall for Bianca to finish the trio going heel? We've seen it with Naomi. We're seeing it with Jade. Is that the story that they're telling me here? Is that okay, eventually all 3 are gonna be heels, and then at the end of the day, Naomi will be see?
Well, it depends. Are they in Europe or are they here?
Fuck.
Because if you ask a European, she's been a heel since the day she was born. So, just depends. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I can see it. Let me not say I can't see it, because they showed glimpses and pieces before she hurt her finger when she was getting mad at Rhea for trying to put herself in the triple threat. But like, do you want to see Bianca be a heel? Like, is that something you want to see? And then it's like, if she is a heel, like, who's the face that's strong enough to beat her?
Rhea.
Rhea's on Raw.
I mean, that's assuming. Yeah, no. Okay, so before Elimination Chamber, my thing was always like, Bianca is kind of like the woman John Cena. Like, you don't turn them heel. Eventually, John Cena did turn heel. That's for, that's also based off of other parameters. Yada yada. So I'm still kind of in that landscape to where I don't want her to be heel, especially because we're not going to see Naomi for a long ass time. We know when Naomi does come back, she will. I mean, she's going to get a face pop. Whether she stays a face or not, that's up to management or herself or whatever. But she's going to get a face pop. If the end game was always to have this singles match between Jade and Bianca, then Bianca needs to stay a face as at the moment, until whatever they decide. So I don't think you turn her when she returns, especially because people will probably be excited to see her.
Mm-hmm.
And her and Jade were never on good terms after the Naomi turn, because Jade didn't trust anybody. Even though Bianca was like, I had nothing to do with it. So, as of right now, I'd say you keep her. You keep her face, because you need a strong ass, slightly unbeatable face that's not a Rhea. And that's what, and Bianca fills that slot, especially as a black woman. She fills that slot in a good role. It's a good role for her. It's not saying that she can never be heel, because she was heel in NXT, but her being the female version of John Cena I think is just as appealing to me, because she already has an edge. It's not like she doesn't have an edge. It's not like she's super kissing babies all the time, or like on some Cody stuff. But yeah, I don't know.
I'll give you a timeline. I think we'll give it 16 months, 12 months, because
maybe 16.
Fair, maybe 16. 16 months, you'll get the return. Hopefully, we get the return of Naomi. And when she comes back, that's going to be a babyface pop. That's not going to be a heel pop, bro. That's going to be a huge, huge babyface pop. And at that point in time, we're going to need something to, like, equalize that pop. Somebody has to, like, adjust that pendulum. As we get a babyface, we need to have a heel. That it's kind of like the fucking Jedi Order kind of shit, where you need the rule of two.
Yeah, but it depends on the show, and Liv Morgan's gonna come back at some point. Becky's a great heel. Charlotte can always go back heel. Like, there are other. It depends on like who's on what show and whatnot.
I don't want to see Naomi as a face. Because Proceeding with Caution
was great.
She was heating up. She was cooking. Yeah. You can't stop. Like,
heat.
Honest. I can already book her return, but we'll do that at a later date when I can see y'all faces. But no, Naomi. Sure, they can come. She can get the baby face pop, but she needs to come back as a heel. Proceed with Caution. Caution tape. Whoever has that belt needs to be looking over their shoulder and praying to the good Samoan gods above that she get pregnant again. Like, that needs to be where they at, right? Like, when she comes back. Because, she was going to be cooking for a hot second.
All right. Anything else we need to get off on SmackDown before we get out of here?
No, I'm good.
No?
Oh, wait. It seems like they are listening to the Mello feedback online. Mello cut a babyface promo. He said he's good with The Miz. He's putting it behind him, which means absolutely nothing to The Miz. The Miz is probably going to attack him from behind again, and they'll finish their quote-unquote storyline at some point in time here soon. But it seems like Mello is focused on being the best version of him and being him. All right, that's all I got. The babyface version of him. So
all
just
right.
add that in
Dynamite this week is in San Antonio. As you know, San Antonio, big old San Antonio. What they say about the San Antonio women, Chuck?
The same thing that Samoa Joe said about having Power Hobbs with him. Powerhouse Hobbs got to have him to deal with these big old San Antonio women.
So one thing I will get off. There was a positive. There's a couple negatives in the show too for me. But one of the positives was a recap. We got a Wrestle Dream recap, folks. That actually happened. They actually threw out what happened on the pay-per-view, so people who didn't watch can now follow through with the storylines. That's also followed by a solid promo from Hangman. I believe last week, Hero was talking about how, Hangman's in this baby face, like, always giving people a shot. Like, he's too goody-goody. And then
he's too complimentary. Like, he's always complimenting.
Too complimentary. This promo was none of that. This is him going back, slightly reverting back to who he was, yelling at Joe that when he finds him, he's going to ruin his goddamn life. So it's like, oh, okay, that complimentary shit's out the window once you get fucking, turned on and snuffed out. Fair. Which leads into the opening segment here of Hurt versus the Ops. And in particular, I think that these... Once again, MVP.
It's time, brother. It's time.
I see your MVP, and I will also raise you a Shibata. Just send them both. Put the jacket on both of them.
You mean send them out to pasture? It's time.
I mean, I'm not saying yellow room like we talked about last week. I'm just saying somebody got to produce. We need more producers. Somebody got to put that.
Bruh.
Shibata does nothing for me, man.
It's crazy. And I think Shibata's way better solo because, like, that's where he gets his shit off. But, like, Sheldon, once again, Sheldon looking great. Bobby looking great. Hobbs is looking fire. Joe's doing his shit. It's just like, and this is the second time the MVPs took the pin. So they have to, like, as the business of hurting people, if one of y'all is not hurting people, that has to be dealt with, right? We have to have a team meeting here.
Right. The thing is, though, it's because the feud continued. And we talked about this during the Wrestle... Like, there's multiple feuds from Wrestle Dream that continue. Samoa Joe Hangman continued. Darby is not done with the Death Riders. Moxley shows back up. We'll get to that.
Oh, but, I got some shit, too.
But this, like, Ricochet and... I don't know if it was Ricochet and company. I think it was just Ricochet.
No, it was Ricochet. It was Gates Agony.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So the Demand show up, and that's why the Hurt Business lose. Mm-hmm. So this feud is continuing, and it's like, this was, again, we talked about match order. We talked about match order last week or whatever.
All of this still pissed me off.
Their first match was... it was a stipulation. Their second match, just a regular street fight. The second match was a street fight. The third match is a regular ass match. Now we're going to a fourth match. Like, it's...
Oh, that's not what made me mad.
It's continuing, and it's like, why is this continuing?
And then it's I don't know. It's like counterproductive in a way because, like, yes, you want stories to continue, right? But I think now it's kind of like, what's the it factor to this story between the Gates of Agony or the Demand and the Hurt? Something has to be a fucking piece here. Something has to be added to the chapter of the story to make it more interesting. Because otherwise, we're just going to run this match again for Hurt versus the Demand 4, which is like, okay, we're not really looking for that unless you are, because later in the show they actually kind of tease part 5 or something, or part 6 of a feud that I did not want to see. But
bro,
trust me, I told you there's things that I like and things that I don't like. Trust me.
Right.
So with the Demand, I understand trying to flesh out the story. I don't think they're done building the Demand up. I don't think the Demand's peak hasn't even happened yet. However, we need to
is that their name? Is that their official name?
The Demand,
yes.
Yeah.
So okay, because all right, this is what you do. Go. This is what you do. Okay, this is what you do. Have the Demand hogtie and kidnap MVP. Beat this nigga's ass. Take him off TV for weeks. Okay, He cannot be found. Beat the Hurt Syndicate. Just jump them. The jump Bobby, jump Shelton. Force them to get another third. I just don't want to see MVP wrestle no more.
I'm over people getting kidnapped. So we need to be somewhere in the middle, bro. Because I am over kidnappings.
Well,
over kidnappings.
Okay, you want to write him off? How do we write him off?
He just needs to be a manager. We just need an injury angle, maybe
fake cripple, not for real. Like
an injury angle, something. Because but the thing is, you also have to introduce like them looking for somebody.
You can do that after they make MVP disappear.
We need it a little bit before. We need to see Hurt talking to somebody without MVP, and him kind of question y'all doing business without me, kind of thing.
No, because then you tease like them turning
on them. Yeah,
the best way to do it, in my opinion, is MVP going to the Hurt and be like, and straight up like, I don't think I can do this anymore. Let's figure something out. Like because right now they're baby faces. If you want to give them more sympathy, like garner some more baby face like pop sympathy, have MVP confess to the group, I don't think I have this anymore. This little weasel keeps outsmarting me somehow. I need to be on the sidelines. We need to find a third. Have it be that, like, instead of like having Bobby go behind his back, like have MVP confess, I don't have the bag anymore. I'm too old to cut the cheese. Like, let me do something else. If you're going to, because right now they're baby faces, and I don't think it's going to change. And it was announced that Bobby's in a number one contendership match in a fatal 4-way that has Ricochet in it, so you know they kind of going to cancel themselves out.
Mm-hmm.
It's just again the match order and then continuing the feud. That's the problem with the Darby Part 2 and even some of the women's stuff. Is just like, if you guys do the match orders correctly, like you start with the normal match, then you go to a step, then you go to another step, then we don't have to always have, because the whole point of a rubber match is to end the feud. One person wins, the other person wins, and then the rubber match is whoever wins that wins the feud. But then it's like, no, you need 2 rubber matches here, and it just doesn't make any sense. And it prolongs stuff, like the fact that the Demand beat the Hurt Syndicate, excuse me, to get a title shot, just to lose that title shot clean. Now they're back to square one, and they're beefing with the same crew that they already technically beat. Like Mark Briscoe beating MJF, that should, like, MJF does not take losses in this company like that.
We should trampoline this somewhere.
So the fact that he beat MJF, that it's very similar to Bronson Reed beating Roman, like, or at least it should be.
Should be.
People don't beat MJF like that. He's been here for 6 years, and you can name maybe 5 people that beat him. And so, like, the fact that, like, Briscoe just went back to doing regular BS and then going after Kyle.
Again.
We'll get there.
Match orders. Match orders. I don't want to go into that, but match orders. Yeah.
Let's wrap it up here with like just the beginning segment, because after the match, Joe cuts a promo where he kind of briefly explains why he attacked Hangman, and he says, as long as you exist and you call yourself a champion, I'm coming for you. If you call yourself a champion, you think you're the best, and you want to show people that you're the best, I'm gonna be right there. I
have a question with this.
Go ahead,
real quick.
Does
that only for Hangman?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It was a very Monet type of promo as far as I took it as like, okay, because this is also the same nigga who had the ROH title and then won the world title and then just relinquished it willy-nilly when he could have just had 2 titles.
Both.
So I'm trying to understand his character arc. Like, so are you the championship hunter? Or are you specifically talking about Hangman? As long as Hangman has a title, I'm coming for you, my guy. Like, how did you take it?
I took it as like, particularly just Hangman. Even though he didn't say it, I think he just don't like Hangman. But at the same time, I could see where that could also be interpreted as like, oh, I'm just bounty hunting for like titles. Which in that case, yeah, you should be like, going after the TNT or the Unified or whatever, because that's you want titles, right? But I think in this particular like case, he means like the world title. He wants to be the head of the mountain kind of thing. So And I don't know. That wasn't explicitly like explained either.
Well, I mean, they can retcon it. He
There's
should just like
probably.
specifically say, "I'm coming for the anyone who has a world title, Joe. You gonna get the cocaine clutch at some point."
Right.
Yeah, that's what I call it. I see your face.
Cool. Yeah.
That's always been my inside joke, even when he was in WWE, because it's coquina. I'm like, oh, we got the cocaine.
Cocaine.
It's just fun. It's funny to me.
It's way better than cocaine. Darby.
And I pronounce it better.
Darby cuts a quick little promo where he's, basically saying that, Death Riders is not done. Yeah, he beat Mox, but I'm still on their ass. Point blank. And that's what it is. So I don't know what that means. I personally think that what I mentioned maybe 2 episodes ago, where the turn should be happening pretty soon from somebody, whether it's Pac or Claudio, should be happening. But we'll see. I don't know where else.
The thing is, if they turn on Moxley, Darby beat Claudio. Darby has beaten Pac. So how is changing management? If you run a store or something and everyone else was already shit, how is changing management to a person who was already shit going to change the job?
What if? And this is me just outlandishly thinking here. What if it's on some Highlander shit? But then again, that wouldn't make sense because Hangman beat him. But what if it was okay, well, if Darby beats you again, Darby gets the spot. Which is a slight callback to Darby saying, I would have been in the Death Riders. Is that a play?
What? Why would Darby want to join?
Well,
I know he said that during the prison, the jail cell, or whatever we want to call it. I understand that, but
because he understood the vision of what the Death Riders meant, which is coming and proving yourself at the top of the mountain, showing up. But he just didn't like Mox's vision of that.
But why would anyone else respect him?
Because you beat out
Will are you to put a plastic bag over his...
It's true. And Claudio threw you from the fucking...
over Brian Danielson's head, which that was his mentor.
True.
A lot of people sacrificed... Dan Garcia was, again, we talked about it, he was the first person to be like, no, the Death Riders needs to end, and now he's
part of the group.
Part of the cutting the head off the snake just to take, beating Shredder just to take over the Foot Clan doesn't make that much sense. If you're not going to, change the world, or go for the better. It doesn't make any sense to me, at least to me, as of right now.
I don't know. I knew that they weren't done, but I didn't know. And I think they don't know where they want to go just yet. Or maybe they do, but it's still in development at some point.
I think it's leading to blood and guts, but it's
for sure.
After that, then what?
Then what?
Because again, you've already had a coffin match. A dude had a Molotov cocktail. You don't see that in wrestling. You don't see that anywhere. You
don't see a fish tank either.
You don't see someone getting drowned. Homie got set on fire. He showed up again 3 days later. It's just, again, until someone brings out a gun or you have a fight on top of a moving train, how far can we really...
I don't know. I really have I have no idea. But, yes, Darby's not done with the Death Rider. So, TBD, I guess.
Real quick, the part that I did appreciate about his thing is that he was like, I'm willing to die for this shit. People called me climbing Mount Everest stupid, which it was as far as, his trajectory or whatnot. He lived, and it is a great achievement. I saw someone online be like, is he going to bring this up every time? Bro, if I climb Mount Everest, I'm tatting that on me. You going to hear me talk about it every day. Same with how Miz always brings up John Cena. I beat him at wrestling. Darby Allin should mention this, honestly, every single time. Eventually, I will get sick of it too, but I'm sorry, that's a crazy-ass achievement. You climbed Mount Everest.
And I think most people don't realize that. The common human doesn't understand the concept of climbing Mount Everest. Once again, wildly fucking dumb.
Which is why we have Trump again. What do you mean you don't understand climbing Mount Everest? It's the craziest, the most dangerous fucking mountain planet.
And people are stuck on it to this day.
Yeah.
But spinning out of that, we get the Jurassic Express promo where they're talking about how they eyeing the tag team belts here. We also see that the Bucks are in the back of the backstage or at Tony Khan's office actually, and they're looking to get another money match. Which Tony Khan actually shows up on TV, which I haven't seen Tony like on programming in quite some time now. He does a quick little bump for this money match on Collision between FTR and the Bucks versus Jet Speed and Jurassic Express. So we'll see that on Collision, and see where that particularly goes. On Dynamite, we are now dealing with the women's tag team division. Harley Cameron, Willow Nightingale, Jamie Hayter, Aminata, Bane, Ford versus Julia Hart, Sky Blue. Winner gets to choose their opponent for the tournament. This was a good segment of women and like getting like a visual eye test of what's going to work, what's not going to work. We've seen that Penelope Ford and Penelope Ford and Bane came out dressed as Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. We've seen that Willow and Harley had matching gear here. We're trying to get an eye test on Hayter and Aminata had a finishing move together. Like, you're just seeing like everybody's like tag team like dynamics be built and just trying to see what the fuck is going to work here. Who looks good, who doesn't look good. I will say that in this match was entertaining. I did like the finish. I thought the combo of the Hayter Ray with the Aminata headbutt was fucking fire. There was a spot here where I think Penelope Ford kind of got a little banged up, maybe a stinger on the dive because she was tweaked. Looked like she tweaked her elbow here. Other than that, DT, you did watch Dynamite. What do you got for the women's tag team match here?
First of all, I liked all the participants in it that wrestled. I thought there was great spots. Some of the pacing I didn't like so much, but my biggest complaint is, and I have it all the time, is just that it was a 4-way tag. So after they started tagging and flipping flopping with teams, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little hard for me to keep up with who was legal and who wasn't. Like, there was a moment where Willow tagged somebody that wasn't on her team, but then she was still in the match, like, for a hot ass minute. And I'm like, you tagged, you shouldn't still be in there, because if you weren't tired, you shouldn't have tagged.
So fair.
But like, overall, I thought it was a good match.
Okay. This sets up, or Hayter and Aminata gets the win here. They get the pin on Penelope Ford, and at the end of this, they choose
Sisters of Sin.
To Sin, yep.
As their,
Which sounds like an adult documentary. But
Jesus Christ. But
what,
yes,
is that
it does. I don't know how.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah. Anywho, yes, they chose Sisters of Sin. There's been a beef there, a rivalry there for months now. I mean,
So
all you need is Tekla, so like that. Yeah, it's they've been fighting. So cool. They did unveil the bracket here. It looks like 4, 8, 12, 16 teams initially. First round here is, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 teams. My bad, 8 teams.
Okay, because I was like, what I got on my phone looked totally different than 16 teams.
Aminata, Hayter, Citizens of Sin are one bracket. Willow and Harley versus Monet and Athena, which gets announced later on in Dynamite, in one bracket. Bane and Ford versus TJ, and then we have Windsor and Rio versus Tony and Mina in the other bracket. Now, if you're listening to this, you should probably pull up the visual, because how this breaks down is that we need one babyface team to pop out, and we need one heel team to pop out. That's exactly how this shit plays out. It should be pretty easy to deduce here where that's going to go. So, thoughts?
Go DT. You go first.
To me, this is just going to end up being Tony and Mina versus Monet and Athena in the finals, which I dislike extremely, only because I feel like you would have some better matchups. I would love to see Willow and Harley versus Bane and Ford, personally. But that's not going to happen. So I would have liked to have them on the same side of the bracket. I think that would have been a better matchup. If you're just going to have Monet and Athena kind of run through people, I think they should just run through TJ and Sisters of Sin or whomever. But Windsor and Rio, they're not going to win because they're facing Tony and Mina. Sisters of Sin aren't going to win because we're facing Hayter and Amanada. And, like, you're just eliminating your best secondary teams right off the jump, and I just don't like that. To me.
I think we had talked about it before, me and Hira at least, is that, like, we knew kind of where the play was with the tag team belts, that it was going to be Tony and Mina. Like, you need somebody to be the inaugural. They have to be star-studded. It just makes the most sense. While I do like the idea of Willow and Harley, like, getting it, it doesn't make sense from a business perspective to, like, open the gate with the women's tag team belts not being somebody that people are already familiar with, you know. They're familiar with Tony. They've been seeing Mina all year and with Tony. So it just makes the most sense here. H, what do you got?
I don't like that Monet is in this tournament at all. I think that AEW, we keep hearing. I mean, we've been hearing for a couple years now, but we continue to hear that like AEW has the best women in the roster. Yada yada. Like, there's so many other people that they could have added. Like, and if you're doing this just for storyline, just for a Statlander to interrupt or you know be a distraction or whatever, like there's so many other things that they could have done. Like, Mercedes does not need to be in this match.
No,
I don't know if Billy Starks is hurt, but obviously Billy Starks and Athena, that was a giveaway. Maybe Billy's hurt, so maybe that's why they didn't do it. But you still have a Nyla. You still have Britt Baker just doing dental work somewhere. You have Deonna Purrazzo, you have Serena Deeb. Like, there's so many other women that they have on, whether it's this roster, whether it's just Collision, or whether it's ROH. There's so many other women that they could have added to this. Now, as far, like, I'm looking at the bracket right now, like, there is a chance, like, let's just say Statlander interrupts now in the first match, and you have Thekla interrupt in one match, and that means we could get Sisters of Sin versus Willow and Harley, which that's a face versus heel team, but that requires 2 interferences in 2 matches. So, and I don't know if they're going to want to do that. And then, you know, like KJ, like I don't know. My biggest gripe with this whole thing is that Mercedes should not be in this at all.
You are right. I don't disagree with the fact that she has a lot going on in general. However, from what the perspective that I know or been watching AEW, Tony is a booker booking first, story last. He's gonna put all the bright toys out that he can, like, you know, and make the best match card possible. So when you look at the aspect of like, oh damn, that first round of Willow Harley versus Monet and Athena, that's a really good match. Aside from storylines, those 4 women in the match together, that's a very fire match, right? If you do Monet Athena versus Amanat and Hayter, that's also a fire fucking match. It's just like he's looking at it from the perspective of like, what are going to be the best matches I can produce on these shows to get people to watch said shows, not the storylines. And that's unfortunate. But
right, but I'm sorry to cut you off, but like you can still do that and still use other women though, because again they brag about how big this roster is. Like, where's Nyla Rose? Where's Britt Baker? Where is Hikaru Shida? Where is, again, Deonna Purrazzo? Like, there's so many women that are not doing stuff. Like, Mercedes didn't need to be in this. But I do agree. Like, this is a work. Like, obviously, this is the work rate show. Like, it's supposed to be all alternative. Like, all these niggas in this can work. But I don't know.
But it's an inaugural. It's like we have to kick this off with the hottest people possible. Right, like when you said like, where is Deonna? It's like that's also the question itself. Like, where is Deonna? Is that reaction going to be what the fans are going to pop to? Would they even care for that per se? You know, the fact that we sit here and continue to talk about like, damn, Willow needs to be, you know, used more, and Willow's here. Monet and her draw power, like that's just natural shit that's just going to happen. I think that like I do wish that we did see, like, you know, the Deonna and the Taya Valkyrie, like that shit's a thing. I've seen that.
Thunder Rosa.
Like there's Thunder Rosa. Like there's things that I would have booked this completely differently because I understand the fact of having women who need to be used in these pictures here, but also understand from a business perspective, like getting your best out there automatically, like, because that's just what people are going to be drawn to. I don't want them to win the tag team belts at all. I think they don't have enough chemistry to be tag team partners, right? Like, But ultimately, it's probably going to end up being a Monet, Athena, Tony, Mina, and that's probably going to be at Full Gear. No, not Full Gear. It would have to be somewhere before or after, because Full Gear, she's doing fucking Statlander. Even then, if it comes out that the winners are fighting at Full Gear, then we know that Monet's not going to win. Unless you do a double match. Like, that hasn't happened yet. I haven't seen that happen yet.
She did just win a title the day after already having a match. We talked about it last week.
The purpose of her even being in this is to create the sense of doubt, to me. That's the purpose of it. If you're going to lean on the fact that she's been collecting belts and has all these belts and everywhere she goes she wins, the purpose of her even being tagged up with Athena, even though they were just fighting not that long ago, is to create the doubt that she could win because she wins all the championship matches that she's in. So that's what I think she's there for. So I'm going to say it's very possible she could win. Should she? No. But could she? Yeah, she could.
She's in it. Anything's possible. She's in it.
Yeah, no, the fact that she's in it is, like, again, like, that's another reason why I don't think she should be in it. Based off of that, just because I like, if you're trying to swerve people, then yeah, you do give them the, that part of, like, doubt of what DT was saying. But again, there's so many women on this roster. Like, you don't even need to do that. Like, you could still build an interesting bracket based off of the contenders that we already have.
Right. Kind of spinning into that, because there is the celebration where she brings out the Bell Boys, and there's supposed to be a celebration of 12. Yeah. And one of the dope things that I think we also had mentioned beforehand was that the mention of the belt and promotion on TV that happened this week, where Renee shouts out the Winnipeg title and calls it by name and whatnot. And in return, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Winnipeg, I think it was Thursday, put out that they were premiering the match for Monet, or the match that she wanted. And it's just big business. It's like they heard their name on Wednesday. Thursday, they were like, oh, fuck, let's get this fucking match together. Probably already had it. And then now Friday, they debut the match. I haven't looked at the views. I don't know what it looks like right now, but they put the match out of her indie match in Winnipeg. So that was the first time that's ever happened, where that indie company did get the shout out and recognition on the main stage here. So shout out to the Winnipeg. They've also been very vocal on fucking.
Is that the Bestia one?
No, Winnipeg is I think it was like WC something.
Okay.
But that was definitely brought up. So shout out to them. But the story here is that it was a belt. Oh, my bad, DT. Go ahead. I forgot you can't see. DT, what do you guys say?
I can't see nothing. No. You can go through that segment. I want to talk about how the show was structured. That's all.
When this is celebration, you see the puppet that Harley has. She's mocking Monet or doing the Monet and everything like that. Mm-hmm. And as Monet slams the puppet into the cake, Statlander appears, electric chair drops Monet through the table on the cake and everything like that. She's embarrassed and, screaming and whatnot. And that's the segment here. Thoughts of DT?
I liked the things that happened on Dynamite. I just don't like the order in which they happened. Mm-hmm. I know we kind of brushed over Mox's mirror promo, but I think that was before Darby even came out and spoke.
No, it was after. My bad.
What was it?
It was after the segment.
Okay. Then I must have missed it. Okay, I must have watched it. Whatever. My issue is you have the 4-way tag with the women that involve Willow and Harley, and they just put on a super great match. Mm-hmm. They got their asses handed to them in various different ways throughout the match. We shouldn't see, in my opinion, you shouldn't then see Willow come out with the conglomerate after that match, and you should not see Harley come out after that match to be the puppet. Those two story pieces should have, and that other match should have happened before the 4-way tag was showcased.
Correct.
So then you don't. What's the word I'm looking for?
Suspend
You don't
disbelief.
take off the allure
Yeah.
of the fact that they just got through duking it out. That was probably my biggest issue with this week's Dynamite, was just how things were structured from that standpoint. And then the same thing with Mox, because Mox ends up, in my eyes, not actual, but like he beat the shit out of a ref. He killed a ref. Like, we shouldn't see him coming
This is
back
also a
into
terrible
the show.
callback.
Well, I can't see, so I can't.
No,
play
it's
off
just
of your face.
it's just a terrible, like. Well, never mind. I'll let it go.
Yeah, I just think, like, after those moments, those are like big moments in the show. Like, we shouldn't see those wrestlers again in that capacity. Like, if Mox knocked out a ref because he didn't want to quit the match, or he didn't want to tap out because he quit his last match, etc., and you're building on that, then he shouldn't come back out again and be involved in something later in the show just because the rest of the quote-unquote Death Riders are involved in it. So,
H, you got anything?
Yeah, I would argue that he shouldn't be on the show at all because he just lost a big ass match, an I Quit match.
Wait. If this was more so, never mind. Go ahead. We'll
Oh,
jump
sorry,
into
about Moxley. Wait, is this still about the women? What am I supposed to respond to?
because Kyle and Mox was after the. I got it written down in a different way. So was that
The last
after?
thing DT was talking about was the Mox stuff, so that's why I was replying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the mirror promo happened after the Monet stuff.
Right.
And then the John match with Kyle O'Reilly happened after that. And so we didn't talk about the John and Kyle yet. I was going to do that now.
Okay, my fault.
No, you're all good.
I have it written down a certain way. So
First off,
that's me.
All right,
thought this-
real quick. Okay,
Yeah.
so then if that was the case, I don't like the belt celebration segments. To me, they don't hit. This is
Okay.
the third or fourth one. I feel like this one was the best out of them. But, like, for example, her attacking the puppet, like, you would have got more heat if you would have attacked the person under the table with the puppet and then attack the puppet, or at least attack both. You would have garnered some more heat, and then Chris Statlander still could have did her thing. And other than that, yeah, no, I don't think that she should be in this. But it's done with that segment. Let's go into the next one.
Mox versus Kyle O'Reilly was a fire fucking match. I like this match a lot. And it reminded me that when them Undisputed Boys get the 1v1s, they go fucking crazy. Like, it's almost a disservice to see them as a tag team, even though they're so good as a tag team when used properly. But Kyle O'Reilly, like, just shows you that he can still go. I like this match in a couple of different reasons also because it shows that Mox's vulnerabilities. And what also helps with that is that having Bryan Danielson on the mic talking about it and saying, "Oh, Mox is slipping here. He didn't do this," or he's like, normally he would flip this over here. Like, just having that little bit of interaction, it's like it's invaluable because the way he's able to point it out. But there was multiple, like, just arm bars, scissors, crossbars. Like, there was a point where Mox went for the stomp and he got like just checked at the knees by Kyle. Like, it's just things that we haven't seen anybody do in a way that we're like, it's like, damn, we've seen Kyle O'Reilly go hand in hand with Mox, and he's like losing it. He's losing these battles. Mox ends up getting to, like, I believe it's some kind of like ankle lock where he's hopping on like on one leg, and this is where it kind of like I didn't like it because initially he grabs the ropes and it should be like, okay, that's rope break, right? But he grabs the ropes, lets go, and then just decks the ref, and I'm like, oh shit, well,
Yep.
interesting.
So I wrote, like, commentators put a heavy emphasis because I feel like the first like 5 minutes of them talking during this match, they were putting a heavy emphasis on Mox's mental space and him saying "I quit," et cetera, et cetera. So, like, I even notated, I was like, he should lose this match, and he should barely lose. Like, so I couldn't think of a way like DQ, etc. Like, I couldn't think of a way to like get that out. But to me, that was the best case scenario, because he's struggling with just having the I Quit match. You have the fans chanting, "You quit" or whatever the case, and there's now this mental hurdle for his character, which will develop into what you guys have talked about with someone else taking over the Death Riders or them not seeing him as an adequate leader, etc. But for now, you have this momentum of, is Mox capable of getting his mind back right and being dangerous again? And
that's the story.
They should build on that. So him punching the ref to get disqualified out of the match was actually pretty fire, in my opinion. Like, it made sense, which started a brawl and him and the refs, etc. Like, he should, like, to me, after that, excuse me, he should be done for the night. He should be running, cowering in the corner like, I can't believe I just lost another match, or I was about to tap, or whatever. Like, his mental state should be really fucked up. Like, that's why I feel like we shouldn't see him.
Yep.
Should have seen him back out after this match.
Yep. H, you got anything?
I don't like it because, and it's similar to what you said last week, Jay, to where it's like, you just saw Kyle Fletcher go crazy against Adam Page, and then all of a sudden, a week later, he's going 50-50 with someone who's barely won. Like, Kyle Fletcher, or Kyle O'Reilly has not... I don't remember the last time he's won a singles match, especially against a former world champion in this particular company. So the fact that it even came to the... Like, I understand the story that they're trying to tell, and I believe the story that they're... At least I believe I understand it, and the story is that, like, his last two losses, which he's only lost twice this entire year, has been to submissions. So it's like, okay, he's afraid of being submissions. I can that's something I can sink my teeth into. But again, like, one, why is he even here this Wednesday? He should have, like, he just lost a big ass match. Like, and even before that, we talked about it before, like, you were set on fire and you're back here again fighting Ishii for what? Like, it's the pacing of some of the stuff they do. It's the match order and the pacing to where it's like, Moxley should not have been on the show. And if he was on the show, then it should have been a backstage moment or just a vignette, or, you know, to where you see him kind of, what DT is saying, like, kind of, you know, like, second guessing himself, or like in his own head, because, like, this is the second match I lost, I quit to, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Which is still a fumble, because, again, they didn't have a mic. Like, the whole point of an I Quit match is the audience hearing this person saying I quit. Mm-hmm. The audience didn't hear that, whether it was the audience at the show or whether it's the audience watching on TV. So that, to me, is still kind of a fumble. They're trying to work with it, but it's hard for me to, like, really grasp the fumble. But again, like, I don't think Moxley should have been here this week. Okay. But, and especially going 50-50 with O'Reilly. And I love O'Reilly, and I do, like, again, the Undisputed Boys, I like all of the Undisputed Boys. Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, you know, Strong, I like it. It's just, I feel like they could have told this story in a way that would have made all three of us happy. And it's kind of just like, all right, Moxley's in another match. It's exactly what happened with Hangman. He lost to Hangman. He wins 2 weeks in a row, or 3 weeks in a row. Then he loses to Darby, and now he's going to probably go on another winning streak until Blood and Guts, to where the heels will probably lose Blood and Guts. And it's just, how is this story going to end? And if it does end with a Death Rider taking over his spot, it also still has to make sense, because all the other Death Riders are, I don't want to say losers, but they don't win a lot either when it comes to their single matches.
That's it, right? So, like, this is to get in here real quick. Like, I think that, like, with the Death Riders, we've seen them at the mountaintop. We've seen they were main event, they were on the big shit, and now you guys are fighting the conglomeration. It's like, because of your leaders and his inability to have confidence in himself, he's lowered the value of who the hell we fighting. Why the fuck are we fighting the conglomeration? We are way better than them, but now we're going 50-50 because our leader doesn't have his confidence. He's trying to pick on somebody and get his shit back, but he can't because he's fucking scarred. You done tapped out. You've been choked out. Like, his ego is so bruised that he's trying to find somebody to get his shit back off on, and he's struggling with that. to the point to where like I can't beat Kyle O'Reilly. I'm just gonna punch the ref. I will not go out like this. I will not tap out to Kyle O'Reilly. I'm gonna knock the fuck out of this ref. Like
so. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Because I do have a question. So my question for you is, who is so based off of what you're saying now, and this is no disrespect to any of the wrestlers in AEW, who is quote unquote lower on the totem pole or on the card, below the Undisputed Boys or the Conglomerate or etc. Because if you're saying he's trying to get his confidence back, then if I were writing it, I would have Mox be upset and then just openly challenge someone who's even lower on the totem pole than that person, and that still be his Achilles heel going into the next thing. Like that same person, like he could attempt to do a squash match, but they get a last second submission reversal or whatever the case, and that puts him in that same situation. So you can flesh that out more. So my question to you is who would be that person that is under, like lower on the totem pole in that case?
To be fair, as far as like on screen wise, I don't think it gets lower than like the Conglomeration. And that's not saying they're bad.
No. Because the say the word for me.
Conglomeration.
There we go. Thank you guys. Those are all the biggest baby faces that Tony doesn't know what to do with at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So. And Briscoe is obviously very high. We talked about Briscoe and his trajectory. Like, if you want to go lower, and again, we're talking.
Have we seen them? I know where you're going, but have we seen them?
I would say Beast Mortos, or you can choose anybody random from. You could choose anyone from Collision. You can choose what's his name, Vanilla Baby. You could choose. You could literally
as like a faction.
As someone that Mox just has to get a W over real quick, you could choose anybody. They have a huge-ass roster, men and women. They have a huge-ass roster.
I was looking at it from the standpoint of a faction. Like, as far as, like, groups, I was like, the only group that's lower than them that hasn't been seen is fucking Dark Order, but they're nowhere to be found. So it's like, I wouldn't even do that. That's fucking wild.
The only face faction is the Conglomeration.
Right.
They are the only face faction.
Beast Mortals and them are heels.
They also don't have to fight a faction.
This
was a 1v1 match. Like Mox could have literally fought. He could have fought a jobber from Sacramento or wherever they were in Sacktown, right? He could have fought anybody.
Either way, I think that's kind of where they're going here. Is that his vulnerabilities are showing, and that's kind of shaking the cord like the Death Rider. It hasn't been shown on screen yet, but it was heavily implied during that.
It seems like his weakness is submissions, which I like that story. Like that's his kryptonite. He can't be put in a submission longer than 5 seconds because he instantly taps. I understand that. That's something we can all understand just basically watching it, but it's just...
I need to go back and look at some history, too, because maybe like there's an interaction where he was in like the Coquina with Joe and somebody like did a stomp or something. Like there has to be some other tie-in that we haven't seen in some other match where he was put in a submission by somebody and it almost went bad. Maybe that could have been the case with Brian in his match. I have to go back and check it out. But I do like that Achilles heel being like submission. I think that's dope.
All right. I mean, that's his last two biggest losses to Adam and Darby. It was just being choked.
What I don't like is that this brawl spins out into like a multi-man, which still was fun to watch, but unnecessary. Didn't need to happen. This could have happened on Collision. Spinning out of that, what I don't like is that we get fucking Kyle Fletcher promo, and then the man we just seen in that multi-man comes out to confront Kyle Fletcher in this, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on here? I'm ready for somebody new to go after the TNT, and no, it's Mark Briscoe again. And it was also implied through the promo that Kyle Fletcher knows the tally. It's 3-2. It's they've done 5 matches. We all basketball fans here. We know this is the best of 7. Do I want to see 7 matches between Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher? Absolutely not. No. But it's going to happen based on what you're telling me here. And I guess not based off what you're telling me here, because in the promo, Don Callis tells him no, you don't get that. But we all know that the kayfabe heel no is not a true no, which means we're probably going to get Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe at some point. And I'm like, I'm tired of it, bro. I'm over it. I don't need it. It's nothing against Mark Briscoe. I just need to see somebody else. Do something else, as T-Pain said.
Do something else. Do something else.
DT, you got anything before you want to get out?
This is gonna sound like I'm hating, and I probably am, but I don't think Don Callis was necessary for this interaction.
I don't think.
I don't think he was necessary. I think
Raising
because I believe this is gonna sound crazy. I believe in who Kyle Fletcher is. He didn't need Don Callis to say no for him.
No,
like at all. I think like why have Kyle Fletcher start the promo and then Don Callis finish it? He didn't need to be out there. Don Callis didn't need to. He could have been there and like been in the back and let Kyle Fletcher do his thing. But no, I didn't need him. I didn't need Don Callis speaking. Personally.
I think the reason they did that is because, like, I mean, this is not a part of Kyle's character, at least not at the moment. But let's go back to Dragon Ball Z, to where Cell was able to talk Vegeta into, let me reach this perfect form. So, like, in that sense, where for Callus, I said Phallus on purpose, by the way. But for Callus, is like, no, you're not going to sit here and talk my guy into another match after he already beat you 3 times. So I'm going to just say no off the bat, because I know he has that Saiyan pride in him. And if he says, like, and then, what this is the time he loses. So I'm going to just say no. So maybe that was the story they were trying to tell. But also, again, I agree. I mean, I feel like we're all in the same boat, where it's like, we don't want to see this match. And the fucked up thing is like I said it earlier, like, beating MJF, he should get these kind of opportunities, but we already just watched him lose to Kyle, I think, twice since that MJF match. If not for sure once. So it's like, if this match happens again and Kyle loses, okay, then what next for Kyle? Because right now, Paige still has the main title. There is no, like, Okada has the other one, the other mid card. So I don't think they're going to do another Okada feuding with the same members in his family, because he's still feuding with Takesha. So, yeah, I don't know.
You're not wrong. And like I said, I don't need to double down any more than what I already said last episode, is that we just I need to see Kyle Fletcher in a different light. He should not be going 50-50 with Mark Briscoe, especially after going toe-to-toe with the champion. And that's also why, like, these matches, when you do, like, the mid-card guy versus the champion, don't make any sense to me, because now you showed me that he can keep up with the best of them. Unless you plan on moving Kyle to that main title picture. And if that's the case, then we have a very large issue at hand here, where it's like, okay, we're going to make Kyle champion, but we know Ospreay's coming. We know that segment's happening. You can't go 3 years without having Ospreay challenge for the world title and be the champion. That's going to happen. So, and that's,
we'll see.
That's further down the line. I'm not going to project too far. We don't know. I'm not going to project. Main event, I did like a lot. Bandito versus Okada was fire. Bandito has had a great fucking year, and I love when you get certain matchups that force Okada to wrestle. You can't have a dub with Bandito. You can't. It's impossible. So Okada has to come out there and perform a little bit. Now, doesn't mean he comes out and gives us, like, great 10 out of 10s. Nah, but he's going to give you a solid 7.5, 8, and I think that was the case here.
Anything that makes him actually work, I will appreciate.
I'm Gucci, bro. I'm Gucci.
Laziest wrestler I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okada is like, he like Snorlax. You know he's a tank. You know that motherfucker is solid in the clutch. But he might hit you with the rest. And when he does, it's going to be at the moments where you need him the most.
Honestly, okay, I'm gonna change the Snorlax. I'm gonna change the Snorlax because he is a tank. I'm gonna do it like if we're doing Pokemon, I'm gonna go to the anime. It's when Ash had the Charizard, and Charizard didn't do shit into that Magmar fight. Charizard was not fucking with nobody. He didn't give a damn about nothing until that Magmar fight.
Yeah,
he's like, all right, I'm about to turn up.
That's Okada. The thing is with Okada, you don't have enough badges to get him to obey you. That's the picture of what we're doing here.
Yeah.
In this match, Bandito had enough badges, and you got a solid fucking match here. I love we're still playing on Bandito's shoulder and his injuries. He's still doing incredible feats with that. I like the Bandito Rainmaker moment. That was fire. I even like the fact that Okada has been scouting Bandito from the last match and wasn't holding on to the ropes for his finisher, which caught Bandito off guard, and that's how he lost. Like, there's a lot that was happening here in this match that if you pay attention to was fire. There's a crazy fucking drop kick he does to Bandito here, like just kicks the fucking like dog shit out of him.
No, Okada has a really good drop kick. It's just, when do you want to do it? Again, it's like, what do you want to?
That's it. DT, do you have any thoughts on the main event here?
Transparently, I do not.
Okay. Fair. Getting to the finisher, Okada does hit the Rainmaker. He wins and whatnot. And this is my favorite moment of the night, right? Is that you get the locker room floods out. All the Don Callis guys come out and they're cheering hooray for Okada. And they're like, they're cheering him on. He's high-fiving. I'm like, what the fuck? Okada's high-fiving motherfuckers. Like, what the hell's going on here? And then Konosuke's music hits. And he looking like, I know good and damn well y'all niggas not out here high-fiving and cheesing and shit.
Glazing this
kissing and hugging on stage.
When I'm right here.
And I got the New Japan belt. I'm the New Japan heavyweight champion. And you over here cheering this mother. Y'all didn't cheer me on when I got this belt. I love I love this aspect of what's happening here, because it's making it look like Konosuke is tripping. Like, he like, oh, am I the one fucking tripping here? Y'all niggas out here high-fiving him?
No, bro. Yo, they glazing, bro. You glazing this old
him, bro.
I'm right here. I'm the alpha. I'm the future.
They knew he was about to snap, because Kyle Fletcher come out and like, yo, just chill out real quick. Don Callis come down there like, hey, it's not what it looks like. And he's sitting here like, y'all motherfuckers got me fucked up.
He's like, no, this is Japanese business. Y'all don't even speak the language.
Like, bro, and if y'all can't feel that energy there in that segment, I don't know I don't know what to say to you. But that right there has me excited as fuck, because it's like that story's building, that tension's building here. Like, it's gonna pop at some point. There's gonna be a moment where Konosuke's gonna be like, you know what, fuck this shit, yo. Like, yeah, he beat an injured man. So what? Boo hoo. I went to Japan and did this tour and was kicking ass. Like, yeah, I love that. You got any thoughts, DT, on that particular final moment?
Transparently, I didn't understand, because I wasn't aware of the history between those two. So, but now that you've explained it, it's something I will be looking out for.
Gotcha. Yeah. H, any closing thoughts here?
No. I'm ready to see the ball drop with that particular feud at some point, but as far as the Callis family goes, the tension between Okada and Konosuke and just Kyle Fletcher as a whole are the best parts of the Callis family.
Yeah.
And Hechishiro. Hechishiro is, if he had the same rocket as Bandito, like, people would love it. Like, Hechishiro is. He won me over, and Bandito won me over too, because there was like around the time when he beat Jericho for the art, like, I was not feeling him as much. He's won me over. The Callis family has some stars. It's very similar to the conglomeration, where it was like TK. He knows who he likes, just like how H does, just like how BKM. Like, everyone has their favorites as a booker. It's just like, sometimes we don't know what to do with you, so it's like, all right, let me just put you all in a group. And having a 12-man group, 13 if you include Andrade, who's not here anymore currently, it's just like, you got some stars, man. You like, it's time to shake some shit up. But overall, anyone who can make Okada work, I fucks with it.
For sure.
So it wasn't a bad main event. Yeah. Yeah, so I think I'm here for it.
That's gonna be our new thing. Is that, like, when we see Okada match booked, we gotta ask, do they have enough badges for this? And that's gonna give you like the estimate on like what kind of match we're gonna expect.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that a lot. Like, do you got enough badges for Okada? All right, that's gonna be it, guys. That was our episode here. I believe next week is that Saturday Night Main Event. Is that what's coming up here?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And yeah, we'll figure.
We got to
it out.
figure out when we're gonna record.
Usually it's like
we might
same
be able-
day.
We
I
might
mean,
be
unless-
able to do that the same day. Yeah, because it's gonna be on Peacock. So it should be recorded. It might be. Yeah.
Oh, this
I mean,
one's
you might
not
have to-
on. It's not on. There's no. Well, it shouldn't be no ads because it's not on TV,
Yeah,
right? This is the first
yeah,
one that's
no,
on
it's-
Peacock.
Yeah, it's on Peacock with no ads, so I should be able to scrub through it. But
All
worst
right.
case, Sunday morning.
Yeah, that's also true. All right, that's it, people. We're gonna get out of here. It's been real. Catch y'all on the flip side. Peace out.
Four
Sweet
letters,
Space Cowboy.
one word.
Nope. I'm gonna just say nope.
Believe in the wave.